Today, Cimo is gonna draft us a deck. And if you don't know Cimo, they are a Yu-Gi-Oh player. And I don't think they have much knowledge of Magic, but I'm gonna ask to be sure. So I have him on the phone. Not on the phone. Oh my god, how old am I? On the Discord call, and I'm gonna mute myself and say hi. Okay, I have you on stream. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi, chat.
Chat, say hi. He said hi. Don't be rude. Yes, time to be another cool person.
See all the Cimos. They know. They know.
They know. They're aware. They seem to have, yeah, they know what's up. Hi, welcome. If you don't know, Cimo, what's your relationship with Magic? You play Yu-Gi-Oh! What is your Magic knowledge?
Yeah, so I play the better card game. No, I'm just kidding. So I have some knowledge of Magic. So I know like all the basic mechanics of Magic for the most part. Like I know like sorcery and I've become much more familiar ever since doing all these crossover videos with everyone in the Magic community who's been lovely, by the way. They've been wonderful. I have played a couple games, and by couple I mean literally like two games of Commander. And if you showed me any of those cards again, I probably would tell you I've never seen them again in my life. Except for Sol Ring. I know Sol Ring.
Sure, everybody, that's good. That's all you need to know.
Yes, my wife likes Magic more than Yu-Gi-Oh! So by consequence, I have to sometimes indulge her in that sense.
It's a give and a take.
Yeah, and I had a friend growing up that was also into Yu-Gi-Oh, but he was also really into Magic, and so I remember, I think this, God, what was the set called? I want to say it was Ravnica?
Yeah?
Dissension? Something like that? I think it was like then. So I barely remember anything. I remember some guy who like milled you like 1 billion cards off your deck or something like that.
Probably
if you don't
Jace.
like,
I think that was before I started playing, but that sounds like something that is that Jace the Minds. I don't know.
No, that doesn't sound familiar. I think it's like however much damage he did, he like milled that many cards off the top of your deck. And so I remember him just like being a fucker and just milling me like 40 cards off the top of my deck. Yeah.
So you hate mill, which is good because I also hate mill.
Good. And then I did because of that, because I had like a very like cursory knowledge of like that sort of era. There was I think they did like a revamp set of Ravnica like years ago. And I went to a sneak peek pre-release. I don't know what you guys call it.
Pre-release, yeah.
And so I went just to have fun, just to try making a different type of video. That's actually on my channel. I think it was Guilds
of Ravnica. Yeah, that was a great set.
Yeah. I think because at the time I was playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the owners of the shop were talking about like, oh yeah, like this is like, if you have any knowledge of Ravnica, like you're going to think this is really cool. This is going to be a really great set. But I knew nothing. And so I kind of just showed up because he told me to. And I remember having fun. I didn't like really know anyone, but everyone was very nice and it was a really good time. So
I love hearing that.
That's like my Magic history in a nutshell. That's my Magic history.
That's good. What you did was pre-release, which is essentially limited, which is what we're doing today. Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now. I know we plan to do this today. I did not see what Magic has done currently. There is currently an event I'm gonna have you do something called Draft. Which, if you don't know what that is, you pick a card. You have 3 packs of cards. You pick a card out. You go to the next pack. You essentially do that until all the cards are picked through. You build a deck on the go, or on the fly, essentially.
Sure.
They have added. I want you to do quick draft because it's not timed. I don't want you to be rushed. They have added something called Omniscience emblem. I did not plan this, by the way. Essentially, in this draft, you will draft 3 packs, keep the cards you track, but with a twist. You don't have to pay the mana cost for the spells you cast.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's literally Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not kidding you. I did not plan this, and I didn't want to tell you about it until we went live because I wanted to hear you gasp at that. But that's what we're doing today. That's literally Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my god. It's meant to be. Also, by the way, a Moose IRL, it's Saz deck. Saz deck? That's the card. That was the card I got milled by my friend who hated me.
Saz
It's
deck?
all coming back to me now. Yes.
That's so funny. I hope I'm not desynced. Let me know if I am, but I don't think that I should be. But that's what we're doing today. I am going to share my screen with you. This is so crazy that this is happening.
Are you sharing on Discord or on
Discord? Or you can watch on. It might be easier if you do it on Discord too. It's up to you.
Okay, I'll do it on Discord because then we're less
decent.
Yeah, I think we'd be timed better. Yeah.
And if anybody's able to check if my VOD is picking up the sound or not, I think that I had to move my whole setup around yesterday, and I had to reattach everything. So hopefully it's picking up everything that it should. But if not, this will just be a fun stream. This is so you will get. Let me pick up my green screen real quick. Ugh.
I also remember there was. I don't want to say it was like Exodia, but there were like these like armor pieces back then. There was like a helmet and like a sword and a shield.
Okay.
And they were like all of like the name of like the same thing. And they were like all artifacts, I think. I don't know like if that sounds familiar to anyone.
See. I think this was like before I even started. The way that you're talking about is before I started playing. Audio's there. Cauldra?
Cauldra, yes.
Cauldra?
Yes. I remember that. Yeah.
Apparently that was it. What year was that set? Do you guys know? I don't know. It sounds like something before I started playing.
I was young. It was. Oh man, that's got to be like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
I didn't start playing Magic till 2014, 2003ish.
Oh, okay.
No, I would not have been playing at that time.
I also think he took me to I think he may have taken me to a pre-release. Was it for Ice Age? No, that doesn't sound. It was like a snow themed set.
Kaldheim?
What was it? No, that's no. That wasn't it. It was a snow themed set, like around that era. Chat, was there a snow themed set around then? Cold Snap. Yes, Cold Snap. Thank you. I think I vaguely remember going to a pre-release for Cold Snap, and I don't remember anything about it, but I remember just going and just like hanging out with him because I'm a good friend.
Because I'm a good friend. Not because of your love for Magic, but for the love of your friend.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic drafting, I guess. It's quick draft, so it's not time. Don't worry about it. You will get 1 mana of each color each turn to use like abilities and stuff. But other than that, do you know how this is going to work? I guess, have you seen this layout before? So you have your rare appear in the first slot. And then your uncommons you see that little like butterfly thing and like next to the instant?
Sure. So yeah, that's the set symbol.
Yeah, exactly. That's the uncommon. And then everything that's black is common. So we'll pick a card out of each pack and we will build a deck. Again, it's not timed. And there's probably some stuff in here that you haven't seen in a very long time. And I can hover over each card if there's anything you want to see more specifically. It also might help you. Actually, you guys can confirm with me this or not. If he can hover over things on stream on his own because of the untapped installment that I have. I'm not sure. If
I can?
You might be.
I can actually, yeah. I can.
So that might be easiest for you.
I think that's easier, actually, yeah. Okay. Let me do that. Okay, let me move this over to a different screen.
Mm-hmm. Untap is working.
Blow that up. That's a cool like tool.
It's one of the best like tools that they have for Magic. Like people love it so much, and I love it. You know, because you can just do it at your own way. Even when I'm playing, they can hover over what they want to read.
Yeah. See, Konami hates our game, so we never did something like this. Okay. So the problem is, if this is Yu-Gi-Oh rules, then I just need to pick everything that costs the most expensive because that means it's the best thing, right? I'm
gonna be honest with you. I didn't plan this. I kind of like that logic. Like, that's something that, like, if you don't want to, like, I mean, this is going to be so different from how it would normally happen. If you want to go just straight Yu-Gi-Oh on it, you can do that. I don't see why not.
Right. So,
but you do start with
so to clarify, so everyth's free, right? Everything's free.
Everything costs no mana. But let's say, I'm trying to see if there's any card on here that says, like, let's say, if a card, like, this card would say, like, pay 2 mana to draw 2 cards, you would have to pay that mana, like, in the ability itself. Like, not on the top right, but, like, if the card... There's nothing in here that gives me a good descriptor for you. Or good example, I should say. You start with 3 cards in hand. Room unlock cost. I don't think that... I don't think that you have to pay... I'm not sure how it is with rooms in here. But, like, to pick a room, this is a new thing with Duskmourn. It's called a room mechanic. So you could pick either or to start out with, and then once you get the other mana, you could pay for that as well if you want. I don't think you have to pay like for the second cost. I don't think so. You have to pay to unlock the ones on play. Okay, so let's say if you paid 1 red, if you paid no mana to play Smoky Lounge, you would have to play 1 blue and 3 to play the Misty Saloon. But you have one of each color a turn, so you're able to do that.
So they still give you colored mana for like costs and things?
Yeah, they give you
not
one
costs,
of
I'm
each.
sorry, like for activated
exactly,
abilities?
activated abilities. They'll give you one color of each turn. But you don't have to pay
but it's only for that.
Your hand. It's only for that. You don't have to pay to play anything from your hand. This is so weird that this happened on this day.
Okay. So for instance, this Shroud Stomper card. So this is 3, 2 white, and 2 black. It's 0. Like, ignore the...
Apparently, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
It sure
All right.
is.
I'm just clarifying because you were talking about the colored mana still being there. So that was a bit confusing for a second,
Sorry,
but I wanted to make sure. Now,
for activated abilities.
Do I get any help for like what's the word I'm thinking of? Are there like themes in these sets that are better than others, like in terms of like color combinations, or because, I mean, is everything just thrown out the window because everything's free that even synergy doesn't even necessarily matter at that point?
That is a great question. I want you to do this exactly how you would want to do. If it were me, I would throw so
we're just sending it.
We're just sending it. But I will say, Yu-Gi-Oh rules actually apply here. Card draw is going to be very, very, very good. Probably your top thing to get.
Sure.
Over other things, because you only start with 3 cards in hand this time. So like card draw is actually going to take precedence over basically anything else.
Sure. Card I mean,
draw,
well, everything.
Stupid creatures.
Yu-Gi-Oh, like so much card draw is banned for this exact reason. So you're going to find out why. Everyone's
That's
like,
insane.
how is draw 2 cards banned in Yu-Gi-Oh? You're going to find out today.
You're about to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Okay. So I'm trying to look over some things.
Sure.
Impossible Inferno seems good just because it's 0 mana, deal 6 to some creature. So like that seems pretty good for like just... it doesn't just kill anything, but I mean 6 damage. Well, it's weird because I don't know how good dealing 6 damage is in a format where if everything's free, like maybe that isn't actually that good. But 6 is still a lot, at least from what it seems like. My mind immediately went to the Shroud Stomper just because it was the most expensive thing on here.
Sure.
So Death Touch is if it just deals damage to something, it kills it.
If
right?
it deals, if you swing at me with a 10-10 and I have a 1-1 with Death Touch, they will trade. My guy, it doesn't matter. Yes.
Got it. We don't really have a mechanic like that because like Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have health, right? It's like bigger thing wins. So like we don't really have that mechanic. We have some things like it, but we don't actually like have this exact mechanic. So that's why I have to clarify.
Okay. Yeah.
Enters or attacks. Each opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life and draw a card. That's but you still have summoning sickness, so that's not like
true.
Or enters though, so you just get card draw immediately.
Too, yes.
That seems really good though. That seems really good. Especially because it's free.
It is free. This is the timing is impeccable.
I'm not particularly impressed with the chainsaw, especially because everything's free. That seems kind of whatever. So I think I'm going to pass on that.
Understandable.
Break down the door, exile target, artifact or enchantment, or manifest dread. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put 1 onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2. Other in your everything's free. That seems too slow to me. I'm good. Living Phone. Top 5 cards reveal a creature. Power 2 or less. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. The Shroud Stopper, man. It's just like, just play big guy, right? Like,
it's Yu-Gi-Oh logic. It has card draw built in, kind of. I understand what you're thinking.
Glimmer Burst is good because it's cards. Like, it's 0, draw 2 cards, create a creature token. Don't make a sound is so that's weird because like now all these like counter spells are also free. But that's like Yu-Gi-Oh because like we have our counter spells in quotes, if you will, are also free.
Sure.
Right. So that's similar.
It's so weird. It is so strange. Yeah, it makes things very different.
Normally
this would be a lot harder for you. Normally this would just be We have to talk a lot more, and then like, yeah.
Can I ask you?
You can ask me anything.
Can I ask you what the pick would be if we weren't playing by this rule set?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Like if you were drafting this, like what would you pick out of curiosity? If that gives too much away, that's fine.
No,
I'm genuinely curious.
If I was drafting this, like in this mode or not in this mode?
Like not in this mode. Like if this were a normal draft.
Okay,
yes.
If it was normal draft, not in this mode, I would probably pick Chainsaw.
Okay.
Only because it's either that or Shroud Stomper for me. Okay. I tend to avoid picking two colors early on because I want to leave myself a little more open. I don't want to pigeonhole myself into, because I have to be white and black if I'm going to play this Shroud Stomper.
Sure, of course.
Chainsaw, maybe I find some great green cards after this. I can go red and green. I can pick up, and it's pretty aggressive. Okay. So that's probably why I would pick Chainsaw in not this mode.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Like, Chainsaw seems like a fine card.
It's fine, yeah.
Not for this mode. Not for this mode.
No, not for this mode. No. You have literally, someone said you have the perfect brain for this mode. So this is... This is
yeah, so
mode.
I think after reading everything, and I'm not going to read everything out loud because that would take forever.
That's totally fair.
I think I'm between Shroud Stomper, Glimmer Burst, and Impossible Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
I think the part of it that's tough is that I don't know, like, the quality of, like, what the other, like, crazy expensive cards are in here. And that's part of the fun of it.
Sure.
Right? So, like, but to me, just looking at Shroud Stomper, it's a 5/5. When you play it, it replaces itself immediately. Mm-hmm. And then if it sticks around, which might be hard to do in a format where everything's free, but Yu-Gi-Oh's like that already anyway. That doesn't stop you from playing just generally good cards. You're getting the 4 lifesteal, which it's weird because like Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have these like sort of like life-stealing effects. It's like very rare actually, which is kind of interesting, but I think Yu-Gi-Oh is just not very combat centric anymore, so they probably just don't bother. But like it replaces itself. Like there's plenty of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that replace themselves. It's like adequately statted. I think it's like a good baseline. There's probably like removal's good though too, which is why like the Impossible Inferno is good. I just don't know like what the other removal looks like in the set. And Glimmer Burst is just card draw. But both of these cards come at common. That's why I kind of want to take the Shroud Stomper, just since it's not likely to come up. So let's go Shroud Stomper.
Shroud Stomper? Okay, we'll grab it. I think that I don't know if you want me to go into, but definitely between that and the Glimmer Burst for sure. Okay. A lot of people I know are way more on Glimmer Burst. I don't know. I like the Shroud Stomper pick too. I know that card draw is king, but I like that it at least gives me one card, and I have a big 5/5 too. So I don't know. I like your pick.
Yeah,
I thought it was
and
good.
I think it's like not considering I don't have to worry about colors either.
You don't. You don't have to worry about any. No. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, bunch of cards to read now. Let's see. I guess we'll start with the wow. There's like 5 uncommons in here. That's weird.
Yeah, okay. Things. They changed some things up. Sometimes there can be like in some sets you can see like 2 to 3 rares in a pack. So.
All right. Glimmer Seeker survival at the beginning of your second main phase. Interesting. If Glimmer Seeker's tapped, draw a card. If you control a Glimmer what is a Glimmer creature? Is that like a?
It is like this,
anything with glimmer in the name?
It will say so like this is a crab skeleton. It will say like Glimmer skeleton or something. It will say Glimmer if it is a Glimmer.
So does Glimmer Seeker count as a Glimmer creature?
Yes. So see how this token that's attached to it is token enchantment creature Glimmer. It'll just say Glimmer on its name.
Oh, got it. Okay, I see. Yu-Gi-Oh's like this too for a lot of cards. So I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Glimmer Seeker's tap, draw a card. If you control a Glimmer creature. If you don't control a Glimmer creature, create a Glimmer enchantment creature token. Okay, interesting. Mm-hmm. Veteran Survivor. See, like, I think I'm going about this wrong. I need to look at the most expensive stuff first. This is wasting time. What's the most expensive?
And here is probably
Boiler Bilge's Ripper. Enters, sacrifice another creature enchantment. When you do, deals 2 damage to any target. That doesn't seem particularly good. Emerge from the cocoon. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting ads. Hold on. I need to sub so that way I don't get ads.
Oh, no. Are you? Oh, shit. No. Wait. I can give you. I forgot you weren't looking at this on Discord. You were doing the thing. Hold on. I can give you one. What is your full? You have a lot of O's. I don't know how many O's you have in your 8 O's. Okay. That's so fucking funny. All the draw twos. Hang on. Should have turned this shit off. What if I gave it to the wrong person? Wouldn't that be?
You gave it to the Cimo with 9 O's.
CIM 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Correct.
There you are. Okay.
How kind of you. Thank you.
No, thank you. Why 8 O's? What happened?
It took that many O's for it to be the same across every social media platform.
Oh, because it was used by somebody else in a different... Okay.
I don't know why, but for some reason, there was someone on Twitter who had... Not someone, but multiple people who had 4, 5, 6, and 7 taken. Which I don't know why.
I was going to say, it's not like... is that a word I don't know that is used commonly somewhere?
No, like Cimo, CIMO is just my last name. It's just an Italian last name. It's not like that common. It's like not uncommon, but it's you know, it's out there. And so Cimo with 1, 2, and 3 O's, there was a few of around, but then 4, 5, 6, and 7 for some reason was just these like random accounts that they just had it with all the O's, and so it took 8 O's for it to be the same across everything. So I'm like, all right, cool. And so it's fun because it's like Cimo, so it's like people are yelling it. It's like onomatopoeia. Like in a comic book. That's
very cute. I like that lore.
It's fun.
Yeah, that is fun. Hopefully you have no ads now, and you're able to...
No, we're good. Yeah, I refreshed. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Emerge from the cocoon. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. You gain 3 life. That's Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn's limited in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is crazy. You can take from your opponent's graveyard, though. So being able to just bring back our Shroud Stopper seems pretty good, or any other big thing that we have. So not like terrible. Something we can consider. What else is expensive? That's 5. That's 5. Not too many expensive things in here.
There's really not. There's really not. Not too many big creatures either, really. So
yeah. Do we have friendly Teddy dies, each player draws a card? That's awful.
Yes.
Do we have card draw stuff? Do we have anything that just draws us cards?
Do you want do you want me to point them out to you?
To make it easier,
yes.
Sure.
There's this. In a sense, yeah.
Disturbing Mirth. That's some cool art.
Isn't it?
Sacrifice another enchantment or creature if you do draw 2 cards. You sacrifice this, Manifest Dread. Okay.
I think that's actually the only... I'm looking... I mean...
That's the only card drawn here?
This is kind of situational. You have to have a Glimmer, and this has to be tapped to draw it. And then the Teddy, you're right, does suck. But that's actually like the only card draw I'm seeing.
Okay.
So
to clarify with Resurrected Cultist, that is something where you'd have to pay colored mana for the Delirium effect, right?
Yes, and we only have access to 1 of each color, so we don't even have access to 2 swamps. So this is literally a 4/1 that would just die.
Great. So that thing sucks. That's what you're telling me.
That thing sucks currently in this situation, yes.
Good. All right. 4/2. Maybe we could do better with creatures here. I'm kind of thinking Twist Reality just because it's counter target spell. Like, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Just has all these free cards that just, they don't negate anything, but they encompass enough stuff that it's like, oh, okay, I can stop this thing, right? And counter a spell is even a creature in Magic, right? So this stops anything.
Do you have discard, like make your opponent discard? But I guess that's good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like they want their shit in the graveyard anyway, so it's fine.
No, so this might blow your mind, and I don't want to like get too much into it. There's like a handful of cards that discard cards out of your opponent's hand. They're all banned.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you want, why? When you want, isn't it fine if you get discard because you want stuff in your graveyard in Yu-Gi-Oh, or is it really that bad?
No, it's mostly that they also give you hand knowledge, and it's hand knowledge in Yu-Gi-Oh is just like if you see your opponent's hand, you win like 99% of the time.
Okay. Mind Rot is banned in Yu-Gi-Oh. That's so interesting. But I think I think your Yu-Gi-Oh brain is right. It's like card draw, big creatures. I would say like discard / counterspell are on like the same par underneath like those two. If there's
well, I mean, if you're trading, you get to Twist Reality stops anything. So if your opponent does anything you don't like, it's free. It's just you're trading 1 card for theirs. And if they have to do something that requires you to pay a cost to do it, so if they minus themselves in the process, like a card like this is really good. So I think for now, I'm still reading over some of these. I think I'm between Emerge from the Cocoon and Twist Reality.
Okay.
So far. Because we need to go big if everything's free.
We do love going big.
The crab is very cute, but I don't think he's very good.
It is not cute. They're being annoying. Don't listen. It's not. It's unfortunately part of my lore. So just ignore them.
Trial of Agony seems okay if this weren't everything's free.
Yeah. If this weren't everything's free, yeah.
Yeah.
And destruction is a big Yu-Gi-Oh thing, they're saying.
Hand destruction, yeah. So there have been instances where they release cards that are like cards that hand loop you, and they usually get banned because typically there are combo decks that make it so the opponent loses their whole hand on the first turn, so they can't play.
Wow.
There are like notoriously on the ban list, like, yeah, there are notoriously like 10 cards on the ban list that are banned for that exact reason.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm between Emerge from the Cocoon and Twist Reality on this one. So it's really, do we think our stuff is going to be good enough that it's worth playing Emerge from the Cocoon to bring it back? And it could be. I think Emerge from the Cocoon gets a little bit worse considering you guys have Summoning Sickness. Because like in Yu-Gi-Oh, we can resurrect stuff and attack immediately, and that's like really good. So like your opponent has a turn to be able to deal with stuff like that.
Okay.
I think I'll take Twist Reality because it literally is just, I don't like what my opponent is doing, so I'm just going to stop them from doing it. I think that's fine for now.
I think that is fine for now too. A couple repeats in here, but there's some new stuff as well.
Ooh, another Twist Reality. Okay. Big number. Drag to the Roots. Let's see what this. That's some cool art. That's sick. I will say, as much as I always, dog on Magic, even though it's playfully, not like actually. Magic's art's phenomenal. You guys have
it
great
really
art.
is. It really is.
Yeah. Drag to the Roots. Toss 2 less. Well, that doesn't matter because guess what? Everything's free. Destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, that's just straight up removal. That's probably going to be the pick for the most part. But let's see what else we got here. Dagger Maw Megalodon. That's some horror shit right there.
That's a big boy.
Vigilance, which I believe means it doesn't tap when it attacks, and then Island Cycling. Discard this card. Search your library for an island. Well,
yeah, but
don't
we won't
need
have
to care about that. So this
Nope.
is just a big guy.
A big guy with 5/7 and vigilance. Yes.
Yeah, which is good because that means he can swing and then like he doesn't tap, so he can block on the crackback. Can we do better than that? Maybe. It just depends like what else we have.
There's another big
I
one
do like
here.
Ooh, the Spectral Snatcher. Ward, discard a card. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player discards a card. Okay, I like this better than the Megalodon, if anything. Swamp Cycling, who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's just nothing. In this situation. Oh, this is so weird.
Spectral Snatcher's also particularly good, I think, in this format because everything's free. Everyone's probably going to be playing like these like removal cards like this. And so if they want to kill the Snatcher, they have to pitch a card to do it. So they have to 2-for-1 the Snatcher at the very least. So that's actually quite good.
Remember, you only start with 3 cards in hand, not 7. So like people don't want to be discarding anything.
Right.
If they want to target that.
Ooh, man, that's close. I think it's between Snatcher and Drag to the Roots.
I would agree with that.
That's tough. Only getting 3 cards.
Yes, makes it very hard. Also, no mulligan in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, you just get whatever card you get. You don't get a chance to do a redo.
We don't have a mulligan. I think a mulligan would be OP in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Really?
Our deck's already so consistent. Yeah. That a mulligan would actually.
It. You just have a pretty perfect hand every time.
So the thing is with Yu-Gi-Oh, although we don't have a lot of card draw, we have a lot of cards that search other cards that search other cards. And so typically the way that decks are built, especially nowadays, it's very, very unlikely that you draw a hand that is not playable. And so having a mulligan would just kind of take that to the extreme degree, I feel like.
It would like turbo set off your decks.
Yeah, I mean, well, every deck is just already like an off to like the races immediately anyway.
Crank it up to 11, go extra fast.
The reason I'm tempted to take Drag to the Roots is because it isn't uncommon, so I'm not sure if we'll like see it again. Like maybe we'll get more Spectral Snatchers.
It's a good thought process. It's a good thought process for sure.
But I do really like you're only starting with 3 cards. If you just go turn 1 Spectral Snatcher and you have like Twist Reality in hand, your opponent has to try to do something to get through Spectral Snatcher, and you could just like basically deal with their whole hand like immediately, that seems really good. Let's go with the Snatcher. Let's go with the Snatcher.
Okay.
If we only get 3 cards, we want to make sure we have guys to bring out to the field.
That's
too.
true.
And the games could end very quickly if everyone's slinging, 6, 7, 8 power guys immediately.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this one.
Which one? Winter?
This one, yeah.
Misanthropic Guide. Ward 2. So they have to pay 2 in order to interact with this, right?
2 extra. If they have like a kill spell that costs them 5, they have to pay 7. They have to pay an extra 2 on whatever it is they're doing.
Well, it's 0, so they have to just pay 2.
That's true. Currently, yes. In this mode, yes. I fucking forgot about that. Yes, they just have to pay 2. Yes, exactly.
But you only get just like 1 of each color by default for those types of things, correct? Yep. Okay. So they're always going to have... Do you just start with that, or do you still have to ramp up to it?
You'll have 5 mana each turn, no matter what. And you don't have to use it. So it doesn't matter. So
you just start with blue, red, white, black, green by default. Okay.
Yep, by default.
So that's not as good then, because they're always going to have it. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards. I don't like my opponent drawing 2 cards, but I like drawing 2 cards. And then Delirium, as long as there are 4 more card types in the graveyard, each opponent's maximum hand size is equal to 7 minus the number of those card types. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. That's a neat design for a card, I will say. If this was like the not everything's free format,
sure,
that could be kind of cool. I don't think for this that's very good though.
I would agree with that. Yes.
What else is expensive? Live or Die. Oh, that's such sick art. That's so cool.
Isn't it? Yes.
I like that. So this is like that Reborn card that we had, except it can flex as being removal. That's really good. I think that's probably going to be the pick, unless I can see something that can otherwise convince me. What else do we got? Bashful Beastie.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
It dies Manifest Dread. Just like a big guy.
Big guy.
Kind of just like numbers. Yeah, big guy. Any draw cards here?
The Teddy Witch sucks. I don't think there is any card draw. I mean, this is card draw, but it also gives your opponent 2 cards as well.
Yeah, so we're never giving our opponent
cards. But we're never doing. Yes, agree.
No, we're never doing that. This is Live or Die. I think this is Live or Die.
I like that pick.
Yeah.
It is versatile.
I like how versatile it is. Yeah.
I'm not
How many cards are in the deck, by the way?
40.
40. Okay. Yeah. Okay, some repeats. Ooh, another Spectral Snatcher. We might be going for that. These dual cards, I gotta be honest, I have never been a fan of these. These look so weird to me.
Really?
I just don't like that it doesn't look like a card.
Wise. I can understand. Okay, you don't like them split down the middle. Okay.
Functionally, I get it. I just don't like that it's like they 90-degreed the card and shrunk it by half and put 2 cards on it. I don't know.
That's understandable.
All right, so this is a room. What is a room?
So rooms are a new mechanic that have come with Duskmourn. This is in your hand. Let's speak out of this format, like regular draft, for example. I can pay 1 and unlock this door, return up a card creature to its owner's hand, and then it comes on the battlefield. To unlock the second room, I would have to, pay 4 and a blue. Or if I want to do the other thing first, I would pay 4 and a blue, and then eventually do the bottomless pool, just pay the 1 blue for it. So from your hand, you just pick a cost, which one you would rather do first, or if you can only afford to do one of them first, you would just pick that room, and then you can eventually mana sink into the other room. Does that make sense?
Got it. Okay. So in this instance, though, bottomless pool just like bounces a thing. That's okay in your game because you do have summoning sickness, but when everything's free, that's way worse.
Yes.
But locker room, every time something deals damage, draws a card, which is crazy as long as we can keep connecting with stuff. But it is a card that does nothing. And so that's like the tricky part with this.
Yes.
So it can run away with the game potentially, but if you're set up to do so. So I'm not fully sold on that yet.
Okay.
There's a few of these other ones. Oh, we got 2 of the same one.
Here's another room.
Yeah. So when you lock this, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Okay, that's a good. That's good. Widow's Walk. Whenever a creature you controls attacks alone, it gets +1/+0 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. If anything, we would just get that for the card draw. I think that'd be okay. The second effect's fine. It's like kind of whatever.
Yeah.
So the thing is with Yu-Gi-Oh is that I'm not sure how this works with like Magic, but like Yu-Gi-Oh, while cards do synergize together, each individual card has to do so much because every card in the game does so much that when things do synergize together, how am I trying to say this? They're like each card individual needs to be good enough that it's very rare you justify playing cards just because they synergize with other cards and they're like below the power scale, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So this one's tough. I think I'm between the Snatcher again and maybe the Derelict Addict.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Locker Room might be a bit too slow because it is if we're behind, that does nothing. But if we're ahead, like it might just be a win more card.
Mm-hmm.
I really think the Spectral Snatcher is really good in this because you only get 3 cards to start. Like if you just open Spectral Snatcher and your opponent doesn't have a clean way to deal with it, like you're just gonna like walk with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. We get 40 cards.
You start with 20 life. Yes. 20 life cards. We're probably gonna play everything we draft. Normally, I would cut this down to less, but we'll probably play every card that we pick up.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Hearthstone.
I haven't been like super impressed with like the quality of the creatures that we've been seeing aside from like very few.
Yeah, I would say of all the creatures that we've seen, Shroud Stomper is probably the best.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like that's what's concerning me though, is that if we don't just get like really good quality creatures, because like creatures win games, like at the end of the day. Typically, like your other cards are just there to help the creatures win the game. And so if we can just like overwhelm them, I do want card draw, but at the same time, like I want to make sure we get good creatures to start. And I feel like there's probably more card draw elsewhere. Let's take another Snatcher. Let's do it.
Some new things in here.
Okay. Yeah, the Cultist, we saw him before. Immediately just looking for the expensive stuff.
Sure.
Tunnel of Hate. What is this? Here we go. When you attack, target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Interesting. Ghostly Key Bearer says
you know
flying.
You know double strike, yes.
Yeah, it's just that it can attack. It doesn't attack. Well, it's not like it's declaring 2 attacks. It just does its damage twice. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That could be good because it's free. Because especially like, let's say you play one of our like 6 cost guys first, and our opponent doesn't have like anything, and then you just like, all right, I'm gonna Tunnel of Hate. Now my guys have double strike, and then you could just win. But that seems like situationally it'd have to all go together for that to happen. Key Bearer. Combat damage to a player. Oh, so it pairs with like the rooms. Okay, yeah, we're not doing that. We don't care about that.
Yeah.
Menace.
If anything, it's just a 3/3 flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like fine.
It's just fine. Yeah. Another saying in limited is flying wins games. But again, this is this format, so a lot of everything I would normally say and do is out the window.
The old wisdom is no more. The old wisdom is no more. Banish from sight. Target non-land permanent owner puts it on top or bottom of their library surveillance. Okay, that guy was bad. Flashlight's bad. That's bad. None of these like really stand out to me as like, oh, this is crazy. I do like the Tunnel of Hate thing because there is a world where you go, like, let's say turn 1, we go like double Spectral Snatcher, right? And then next turn, we just play Tunnel of Hate. And if they have nothing, we just kill them. Or if they have something blocking us, we just use a removal spell to kill it. And then we just Tunnel of Hate. And that's 2 double strikers with 6. So that's game. That's the end of the game. Like, that's kind of how Yu-Gi-Oh goes sometimes.
Sure.
But the thing I don't like about Tunnel of Hate is that it does nothing on its own. And so that's why I don't think it's like, it might not be good enough. So I think out of all these, I think Vanish from Sight is where I'm at.
Vanish from Sight, okay.
Because at least it forces a reset of one of their cards.
Mm-hmm.
But they can play it again for free, which isn't particularly good. But these types of effects in Yu-Gi-Oh, we have a few of these. They've been like historically okay.
Okay.
And if you can get rid of something just to like get in to win the game, like that's also just fine. This is also an instant, so you can use it like proactively and reactively, which is nice.
And you can surveil. You can look at the top card and put it. I mean, we'll play everything, but if it's not something you want, you could put it in the graveyard.
Yeah. So I think in between those two, I think Vanish from Sight's just like bad removal versus like Tunnel of Hate, which is like a combo piece for us to try to win immediately, but by itself does nothing.
Yep. Can save your own stuff from removal too.
Yeah, that's true. And then you can play it again for free. Yeah, I think the problem is it's stacking it though, which isn't like great. I guess if you stack your own thing and don't want it, you could surveil it away. And then we do have like liver die, so we could bring it back, which is a cool synergy.
Yeah. This is a very weird pack. A lot of
I like the flexibility of Vanish from Sight better than Tunnel of Hate. I think Tunnel of Hate's just like we're gonna hate ourselves when we have it and we have nothing else going on. So let's do Vanish from Sight.
We will be in the Tunnel of Hate if we don't have what we need for that thing.
All right. Big cost card. Ooh, this is 6. Malevolent Chandelier. That's fun. It is a flying 4/4. 2, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Activate only as a sorcery. That could not be bad, because if our opponents are drafting similar to us, and they're also playing like liver die or other things, this is a way for us to be able to reactively interact with that, right? Even though the stats on this like aren't spectacular. This is also a flyer too, that so it can sort of dodge stuff. That's kind of a unique ability.
Another big reason why this is probably on here, there's a mechanic called Delirium. So like on this card, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, exile the top card of your library, you may play it. So you don't get the Delirium trigger unless there's like a land, a creature, an enchantment, an artifact, or like some sort of combination of 4 different types in your graveyard or in their graveyard, and like you can mess with their stuff, or like you put your stuff back in. That's another big reason. I don't know if that applies to this format. Like for the Delirium cost, it's more of like, fucking with other people's graveyards and stuff. But that's another thing, is like there's the Delirium mechanic in here.
Got it. I also saw it says activate only as sorcery, which makes this infinitely worse, and now I don't want it. So, because if you could use it reactively to them like living or...
Whenever I do the reviews, the second I run, like I get so excited that I say activate only as a sorcery, and a part of me dies.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
So true.
Yu-Gi-Oh's like that a lot too, with like once per turn type things, or like specific situations. It's
so
annoying.
Funny.
Well, now that you said that though about Impossible Inferno, I actually didn't read the Delirium part on it. That's actually kind of crazy, because not only does it deal 6, but then also you get to play something for free.
Yes.
That's pretty crazy. Compared to everything else in here, everything else is like pretty weak. Let's go with the Inferno.
Okay, I like it.
We need to have we need to not die.
I like it.
Okay. This looks cool. Rite of the Moth. Target creature card from a graveyard of the battlefield. Wow, we just have all these like resurrection type cards. We can't flash this back, I imagine.
No,
correct?
We can only. It's only a one-time thing. Yeah, we can't afford that.
Sad. That's okay. That's okay. Resurrection effect is still fine, all things considered. These are lands. We don't care about lands because everything's free. Cackling Slasher has Death Touch, and if stuff dies, it gets better. But the stats aren't great when everything is gigantic in this format. Enter the Enigma. Target creature can't block this turn. Draw a card. Cycles itself, and we can get in for a big guy. That's like okay, but I'm not in love with it. Attack in the box. Have gained +4/+0 until end of turn if you do sacrifice at the next end step.
Hilarious name.
It is. The flavor of this set is very fun.
Isn't it?
Vengeful Possession. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. That's kind of interesting, because if we're going to be in this format, everyone's probably going to be playing giant stuff.
True.
So that could be good, but they get it back until end of turn. So unless you're winning with this, I don't think this card is particularly good. Unless we had like a sacrifice outlet, which we don't.
No, we do not.
We have, what, 3 creatures?
We have 3 creatures, yes.
Okay.
So far.
And it's a 40 card deck, so we probably want like 20. So we need some more creatures. I guess we can take the Cackling Slasher. And between that and Rite of the Moth, Enter the Enigma's okay, but I think we need to start getting creatures if we're playing like a 40 card deck.
You want the Slasher?
Yeah, because we need to start getting some guys, right?
Let's get some guys.
We need to start getting some guys.
There's only
yeah,
one creature in here.
We've seen this guy like multiple times.
We have, but there's a this is our packet. So the packs have pick 9 means this was our first pack. So
so this is what we saw before.
This is what we saw. The first thing we ever saw. So a lot of times, if like you're like deciding between 2 cards,
got it.
It has a chance to make it back around.
So we're taking that Glimmer Burst that we passed on the first time, 100%. Then, yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
that's very exciting.
We need the card draw.
Yeah, we like card draw.
Yeah, so now we're seeing these guys again.
Yep.
So we have to play all these. We're not going to be able to cut any of these. Gross.
I'm trying to think about how eventually. I mean, we might cut something here and there, like maybe 1 or 2 cards, but I think a lot of them, like, they will just be played.
Got it.
Glimmer Burst is basically just Pot of Greed. What is? I know what pot. Draw 2, discard 1. Is that Pot of Greed?
No, Pot of Greed just draw 2, nothing else.
Just draw 2, nothing. Oh, wow.
It's literally just says draw 2 cards. That's
Jesus.
it. And that's been banned for 20 years.
I can understand why.
I guess here, God, the Cultist is so bad. I think I want to take the Mirth, because at least it could be card draw, maybe. But the Cultist is like,
it is very unfortunate in this format. Even out of this, like, this is not is an okay card. We're too poor. You said you want the Mirth?
I'm thinking the Mirth isn't bad because if we need to see cards, it's a way for us to see cards. But by itself, the card does nothing. So I almost want to take the Cultist because it is a 4/1, but everything's going to be big anyway. So, like, everything's going to die to everything no matter what. Because everyone's going to be playing Impossible Inferno. Everyone's going to be playing, like, all these big over-the-top removal spells. So, like, I almost feel like the toughness on this card doesn't matter. It's just like a 4-attack guy at the end of the day. And it'll probably, hopefully, trade with something. So I'm trying to convince myself to pick Mirth over that, but, like, we don't really have any good reason to sack our guys.
We could, like, there is also, like, so, like, Glimmer Burst, for example. You draw 2 cards, but you also create a 1/1 white Glimmer, so you'll get a little 1/1 out of it. There are things that make these little 1/1 tokens here and there.
Okay.
They aren't all,
in that case,
like, super large, like, but they're hidden here and there. But, like, currently we only have the 1. But yes, it would suck to lose our big guy.
It just sucks too because, like, again, like you said, we start with 3 cards in hand, right? And so if we have, like, Mirth in our opening hand with, like, I guess you can mulligan it away, so technically you don't have to deal with it. But I'm just worried that, like, again, we need each card to be so good that the games might not go long enough that Mirth really matters. And I think that's the concern. I guess we'll take Mirth. Maybe we'll get some other things that make tokens. We still have a bunch of picks. So
I agree with that pick.
Yeah, that other card was so bad. We got all these cards. I think let's get to counter everything. See, you get to counter stuff on turn 0. That's so fun. That's Yu-Gi-Oh. My Yu-Gi-Oh brain is really going towards Twist Reality, but we do need guys. But do I want a Dagger Maw Megalodon is the question. So while this is going on, like, how is this working? Are other people drafting these same packs, or is it like AI is like taking cards out as it goes?
In the set that I do for you, AI is taking them out. If we can draft against other people, but you would be on a timer of like 2 minutes. It only gets shorter and shorter and shorter. And so I do quick draft to give people time to like, because it's overwhelming to like read cards and like there's no way you could like nicely pick a thing without, you know, feeling pressure or stuff like that. So AI is picking this. This actually used to be the only way draft was available. You could only draft against AI people, and then you would play random people like at your games out of them.
So the cards that are being taken out are not necessarily what humans would pick.
The bots have gotten better over time, but sometimes the bots can be stupid and grab things that like people they wouldn't normally, they shouldn't actually pick. Especially in this format, it makes things very different. So I'm sure it's just programmed to whatever like regular Dustmore draft is.
Sure. And that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Otherwise, like Glimmerburst would have been gone from the AI if that was a situation.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that came around.
Yeah.
So I'm between the Megalodon and the Twist Reality again. My Yu-Gi-Oh brain really wants to take Twist Reality again because I love just like stopping our opponent from doing anything. But we do need guys. And Megalodon's like fine.
He's all right.
Let's take Megalodon. We'll take Megalodon.
Your favorite guy is back, and your favorite teddy bear.
Oh God! I just take the fucking swamp. I think I'd rather take that, to be honest. Well, I don't want to give my opponent a card, so I guess take the Clammy Prowler. At least he's a 5 toughness, so like that can at least hold something off.
He's actually all right. Okay. So we have the attic.
Ooh, we get the attic back.
Yes,
sweet. Yeah, take that.
We'll grab that, and then
Never punished.
Never punished. Pack 2. Here we go. Good rare.
Overlord of the Mistmoors. That's some creepy ass art.
It is creepy.
But it's expensive. I'm in. Impending 4, 2 and 2 white, so we can't even use that, so I'm not even gonna read it. Whenever Overlord of the Mistmoors enters or attacks, create 2/2/1 white insect creature tokens with flying. That's sick because that pairs really well with our that enchantment that we took. Because the 2/1s for the most part are gonna suck. But this is a 6/6 that we can just
play. Yep. Yeah, the impending doesn't.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Able to cast impending, but impending is it's like a time counter. Like you pay it for the impending cost. It still like would enter and you get the 2/1 flying flyers, but until the 4 turns is up, it would become a 6/6. But you just play it straight from your hand and get everything else without having to do the impending thing.
That seems like one of the biggest like just statted cards we've seen too. Just overall.
Yes, I'll have a comment after you pick what you want.
Okay. All right. Fear of Failed Test. God, this art is sick. When it deals combat damage to a player, draw that many cards. Okay, that's pretty cool. Another liver die. We also got Emerge from the Cocoon again too. Betrayer's Bargain. I don't care about that. Shrewd Storytelling. Beginning of your second main phase. Okay, who cares? Fear of Immobility. Tap up to 1 target creature. If opponent controls that creature, put a stun counter on it. Permanent with stun would become untapped. Remove from that. That's kind of neat. That's interesting. Living Phone sucked. Drowned Diner is just... We can just draw 3, right? We don't have to do the first part?
Yeah, you can just play for your hand, draw 3, and then discard a card. Yes.
Okay. That's pretty good. Pretty good. I remember the Slasher. This Beastie thing, which is Menace and Mountain Cycling. It's
just a 5/6.
Having Menace is not bad. Yeah. Wait Room, when you unlock this, Manifest Dread, put 3/1. Don't really care about that. And then the Chandelier. I definitely think we take the Overlord. That thing just seems crazy.
Yes.
That seems really good.
I agree. And now I can make my comment. I would see this fucking shit in this crazy ass format. I have been dying. This is the best card in the format. This is like
is it really?
This is the best. Like in I don't know about this one, but like in Dustmore Draft, this is like the best rare in the entire set.
Wow.
I have yet to fucking see it in a regular, so of course I would see it in this like crazy Yu-Gi-Oh! Esque one. So I'm excited to play with it for once. I'm excited.
That's good. Vile Mutilator costs 7. I'm in. Additional cost, sacrifice a creature in enchantment. Flying Trample, when it enters, each opponent sacrifices non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature. That already seems crazy. I think we're probably picking that. What else is expensive? Friendly Ghost. Enters, target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. Give into Violence. +2/+2 gains lifelink. Now we're not doing that. Drowned Diner came up again. We do like drawing 3 cards. The Bashful Beastie came up again. Savior of the Small, second main phase. Tap, return target creature. 3 or less from a group. Yeah, we don't care about that. Okay, so I think this is between the Drowned Diner and the Mutilator. So Mutilator could be crazy, especially with the guy that we just got, because we can go play that guy, we get our 2 moths, and then Mutilator can sack one of the moths, and they have to sacrifice something actually good. They get to pick, which isn't great. But if they only have one thing, they have to sack that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have 2 big things, getting rid of one of their big things is still fine. And this thing is flying, which I feel like in Limited is very good.
Yep, a quote. Especially, yeah, flying wins games is a limited quote.
But drawing 3 cards is also good.
It is true.
I want to play with the Mutilator. Let's mutilate.
Okay, let's mutilate people. I love it.
The AI is just going to give us the diner again anyway.
You know what? That's the exact... Yes. They will give us the diner.
Oh, I got the Snatcher again.
You do. Here's a big one you haven't seen yet. This is probably the other big one.
Is this the Fear of the Dark?
Fear
cool
of
art.
The Dark.
It's an enchantment creature. It's a nightmare. Whenever Fear of the Dark attacks, if defending player controls no Glimmer creatures, it gains Menace and Death Touch until end of turn. Interesting. And it's 1 less power than the Snatcher.
Yes.
We got to Emerge from the Cocoon again, which is fine. We still just need guys, though. We've already got some revival, so I'm not too concerned about that. Let's see if there's anything else here. Ethereal Armor. That sucks. We don't care about that. Unable to Scream. Loses all abilities. Blah, 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 blah. We just have actual removal. We don't care about that. Yeah, I think it's Fear of the Dark or Spectral Snatcher again. They control no Glimmer creatures, which there's a few of. It doesn't seem like you can tell me this. The Glimmer creatures don't really seem like that common. They come up, but it's not like every deck has them. Yeah.
In regular draft, you will see them a lot more, I assume, than in this format. Like, because no one wants a bunch of 1/1s in here, right? Like, they want, like, the big things, like you said. But if they happen to get one from, like, a Glimmer Burst, that's, like, a situation where they'd have it. But probably not.
Sure. It's interesting because I do really think it's weird. Menace and Death Touch are kind of, like, at odds with each other in terms of, like, mechanics. Because it's like they need 2 things to block, but then if they do block, they're both going to die. So, like, why would you even bother at that point? So that's kind of weird. Which isn't bad. I mean, if they're forced to. But everything's going to be huge. I definitely think Spectral Snatcher, because it has Ward, discard a card, is... With only having 3 cards in hand, like, I just really like that effect. I feel like that's, like, really good.
Yeah.
And I could just be, like... I could be so wrong about that, but that just seems really good to me. I don't know why.
I would say you're in this format, yes, because if you have 3 cards, like maybe they put a bunch of card draw in their deck, which is probably what everybody's gonna be doing, and like they don't want to probably discard though, just to target something. So they'll just try to kill it and
exactly. Yeah, let's go Snatcher. Okay. Let's go Snatcher. If you started with 7 cards, I would think differently about the Snatcher.
Sure. Yes.
I feel like. Okay, we've seen some of these. We saw Savior of the Small, Violent Urge. That's 1 mana. I'm not even reading that. Rite of the Moth. No, that's the revival. We saw that. Jump Scare, 1 mana, not reading it. Appendage Amalgam. Flash, when it attacks, Surveil 1. That seems too low power. Cracked Skull. Look at target player's hand. Choose a non-land card from it. They discard it. You have to enchant a creature with this, though. When enchanted creature is dealt damage, destroy it. That's kind of cool. I told you, like in Yu-Gi-Oh, how hand knowledge is just crazy. It's so good. It's banned for the most part. And this is a Yu-Gi-Oh like format. That's not bad, but you need to have a creature for this, and that's costing you that card. And then it makes the thing it's enchanted to die. I don't like that. That's not very good.
Either you have to have a creature, or they have to have a creature.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I guess like you could put it on their thing, and then that. But everything's going to be dying so easily in this format. I don't think that matters.
It's
hard.
pack.
I don't think there's like, unless you feel differently, I don't feel like there's anything crazy in this pack. This pack's kind of like
maybe some things that are like slightly above others, but I mean, it's definitely there's nothing standing out here.
There's not like a definitive like this card is crazy. Found footage. Look face down creatures. Sacrifice, surveil 2, draw a card. It just cycles for itself. That was like every turn. That'd be crazy. But
yeah. Essentially, it's
so I think it's between. I think I'm between Rite of the Moth and Vanish from Sight. I typically feel like if we can just keep doing good stuff with our own stuff, that's probably pretty good. If we get, I think our does our Moth guy trigger when he just enters from anywhere?
Our Moth guy or our Shroud Stomper?
Moth guy? Either of them.
So Moth guy is a sorcery, so you can just return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield.
No. The guy we picked, our first pick out of this pack.
Out of this pack, our Overlord of Mistmoors.
Him, yes. Sorry.
Yes, when he enters or attacks, this happens. You will keep making insects.
And the Shroud Stomper does too.
Yes. Same thing with enter or attack. Yes.
Got it. Okay. I do like that. I don't want us to get too bogged down with these like revival effects, but I do think there's gonna be a lot of like removal being slung around and stuff like that. So I think we can take Rite of the Moth. I think we have some payoffs that we want to keep bringing back. As long as we get like one creature in the graveyard, these are all going to be online. So I think that's fine.
Yeah, we at that point we almost want that in the graveyard, right?
Spectral Snatcher, baby, let's go! We got another one.
Immediately down to everything
Domination,
else.
though.
What else is in here?
Duskmourn's Domination. I haven't read this yet. Enchant creature. You control enchanted creature. Goes -3/-0 and loses all abilities. That kind of blows. I wish it just gave me the for 6 mana. Really? It just doesn't give me the thing for 6 mana.
That's the take your stuff.
That's awful. We do that in Yu-Gi-Oh for free.
That's funny.
Dies, you gain 2 life. I don't think there's any other card draw stuff in here.
No.
No, we're snatching. We're snatching it up. Let's go.
I agree with that peg. We are straight snatched. Oh, interesting.
Can we have more than 4 cards in a deck in this?
You can have as many as you. If you draft 27 Spectral Snatchers, you can have 27.
Hell yeah!
You can have 27
I wasn't sure.
Them.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
This is
a few new ones here. Yeah, Fear of Imposters. Enters, counter target spell. Its controller manifests dread. Okay, so this is a counter that we can play for free. We get a guy, but then they get to get a 2/2 thing.
Yes. So I will.
Now the problem is though with manifest dread is that everything's free, so they get to play the stuff for free, right?
Well, it comes in as a face down 2/2 creature. In order to face the creature up, they would have to pay whatever the mana cost is. We only get 5, one of each color. So if this, let's say Fear of Imposters was turned down, I could never turn this up because I don't have 2 blue. And majority of the time, people are going to be playing big things that they can't afford to pay. Otherwise, it's just stuck as a 2/2.
Got it. Okay. And that's only if it's a creature. So like you could also hit like a removal card or something like that.
Yeah, we could get a removal out of there. Like it could be 2 removals and they have to pick one of them and then they lose access to both of them because you can never flip up a removal spell. You can only flip up creature spells.
But they get to pick what it is, though.
They do get to pick, yes.
Yeah, so that's, okay. That's interesting. That's like a very, not accounting for the fact we're in this like format where everything's free. That's like an interesting effect, though. Keys to the House, don't care about that. Cult Healer, don't care about that. Fear of Immobility is not terrible. It's kind of cool because it like taps something down so we can get in and then like it stuns it. And we're going to be in a format where everything's just like really strong. Its stats aren't terrible either. Tunnel Surveyor. It's a bit too slow. Given to Violence, that wasn't great. Vicious Clown, very funny artwork. The stupid
Legally
Teddy. I think. It's definitely between Fear of Immobility and Fear of Imposters. I don't, even though this does counter something, I still don't like giving our opponents stuff.
So true,
I'm trying to think how this would play out. Like, okay, I'm going to have my Snatcher, and then, or they play a Snatcher, and then we Fear of Imposters the Snatcher, and then they look at the top 2, and then they're going to see it's another Snatcher. But they can't play it, right? Because they need, it has to be 5 or less.
It's just stuck as a 2. Like, let's say, yeah, they flipped it 2 Snatchers. They got to pick one of them. It will just be a 2/2. They could never flip it up. So they lose 2 Snatchers.
So it would have to be something that costs 4 and 1 color or less for them to be able to flip it up, then, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. And it has to be a creature specifically.
Yes, it has to be a creature. And I'm looking at this. We have like 2 of those only so far, and that's only because we had to. We have a Clammy Prowler and a Slasher, right? Everything else is huge, and we would never be able to flip it up, which is probably what majority of people are doing.
Sure, of course. Yeah. If they're Yu-Gi-Oh! Brain, that is.
If they're Yu-Gi-Oh! Brain.
That seems pretty good. My biggest concern is that if they do hit something they can play, we just gave them a free thing. And that is probably disastrous. But we get to counter whatever they're doing too. So it's kind of like replacing that. I'm looking at like our card pool.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that like if it got Fear of Imposters, we'd be able to play it? I don't even think we do. I think our low.
The only thing is really Clammy Flower and the Slasher. That's it. That's all we would be able to do.
So it's actually like statistically speaking, that should be pretty good then.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's do the Fear of Imposters. I think it's. Let's try it out.
That's a new one.
Let's play a game. I saw throwback there. Delirium, choose one if they're former, blah, 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 blah. Creature opponents, discards 2 cards. Okay. Rip Chain Razorkin. 5/3 reach. It lets us play around our opponent's Fear of Imposters, because it is 3 in 1 red.
We can flip it up.
We can. Where are we? Do you even still play lands?
No, we'll have no lands in this deck. Nope.
Okay, so that effect doesn't do anything then.
Nope.
All right. I'm like, cool. We just get to sack all our lands because we don't care about lands.
I mean, we could put a land in, but that would probably be not an ideal thing.
Saw +2/+0. Sacrifice a permanent if you do draw a card. Shepherding Spirits. 6/4/5 with flying. That's all that is. Stalked Researcher's bad. Resurrected Cultist. None of these are like calling out to me. I kind of just think the Shepherding Spirits just so we have like a guy.
Yeah, just a big flying guy.
Yeah, because like nothing else. I don't know. I think the Delirium thing's like kind of whatever. If we can make our opponent discard 2 cards, great, but we can't do it immediately because we don't have Delirium yet.
No, or you pick one, and if there are 4 more, if you have Delirium, you can pick all of them. So you pick one.
Oh, sorry, I misread that.
No, you pick one for sure. But then you could do everything.
Oh, that's kind of nasty. Turn 1, you open this, make them discard 2. So now they're starting the game with 2.
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
That's not bad. Then I'm actually kind of tempted to take that. That's really I feel like they get to pick though, and that could possibly set up plays because then if they have revival stuff, you do get to like 2 for 1 them though, which isn't like terrible. But simplified game state, that card would suck. Let's take the Spirits. I think the Spirits are probably just like a guy.
Just a guy.
I'll just take the guy.
Orb Ruset.
This one's new, I think.
Valgavoth's Faithful. Sacrifice a return creature card from your the battlefield. Okay, so it's just like a resurrection thing, which we can pay for because it's 3 to black.
We can pay for, yes. Very important. We could.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's sorcery speed.
Hey, but it plays around our opponent's Fear of Imposter. Whenever Fanatic of Harrowing enters, each player discards a card. If discarded this way, draw a card. Okay. Oh, each player discards a card if you discard a card this way. So they don't draw. Only you draw.
Only you draw if you discard a card.
If you discard, yeah. Grab the prize. Discard a card. Draw 2. If the discarded card wasn't a land, grab the prize, deals 2 damage to each opponent. That seems pretty good, actually, because we can actually set up our graveyard pretty nice with this. Just like pitch a big guy, get 2 new cards, and then if we have like a revival card, we can like play a thing. That's not bad. And it gives us some card draw. Let's just dig a bit deeper. The Razorkin guy sucked. Horrid Vigor's kind of There is removal in this format, so like Horrid Vigor isn't terrible, but we can just play bigger guys. There's no costs. We're not trying to protect our things. Let's go grab the prize. Let's get a little bit of card draw in here.
Okay. And then now we're back to our very first pack. So if there's anything that you saw in there that you wanted, and it's still in here.
Sure. The fear of failed tests is cool. The problem is it has to deal damage to the player to get the draw, and its stats are like kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's very hard to make contact. Yes.
Yeah, Emerge from the Cocoon is cool because now we do have like a couple discard outlets. I just don't want us to have like too many resurrection things, and then Cackling Slasher is just like a death touch thing. I think let's go Emerge from the Cocoon. I think we've got plenty of ways to keep getting our guys back.
Okay.
So let's do that.
I think the ones that you were interested in here was like this one, I think.
The Friendly Ghost. I don't remember being friendly with this
maybe you
ghost.
just read it extra. I couldn't remember. Maybe nothing stood out.
It's not bad though, because especially since all of our cards that our opponent might play are going to be equal to ours, just giving something a big stat boost so it can either hit over isn't like the worst. Its stats itself though aren't great. I'm not in love with it. It is flying though, so I guess that's worth something.
Yes.
I guess we'll take the ghost. Everything else is kind of.
Nothing else is
trying to think if there's anything
crazy.
Else.
Yeah.
Yeah. The untimely malfunction's funny, I guess, because if our opponent's going to be playing a lot of 1-for-1 removal, then we can just put it on their stuff.
So,
but that's too situational.
Even a regular draft, it's so situational.
Yeah. We'll just take the guy.
Got him.
Oh, Fear of the Dark. Let's go. Came back around.
Go. It came back.
Take it. See, never punished.
Between these two, I don't even remember if you read this one.
I think I saw the cost of jump scare and just didn't even read it.
You're like, it's one. I'm not even gonna bother.
It's one.
No,
it's one when I can play everything.
We're
for
around
free.
here. We have all the mana in the world.
When Appendage Amalgam attacks, surveil 1, and that jump scare is just target creature gets 2/2 flying, becomes a horror enchantment. I guess now I'm pretty sure this is how this works. But if I attack and then you declare blockers, I can like after that jump scare something, right? And then like make sure
you want to do that before they declare blockers. So you want to fly your creature over. Oh, sorry. I guess if you want to do the pump on it, yes. I was thinking about the flying part.
Oh, got it. So like if I want to do the flying, right? But let's say I'm trying to kill something, I can do it after blocks to pump and make sure I kill it.
Yes, you can.
It just seems like whatever.
Yeah, if you want to fly over them, you do it before. If you want to get them with the pump, you do it after they declare blockers. Yes.
I guess it's like so bad. I kind of like the amalgam because you could like flash it out on the end of your turn, and then next turn you could try to attack with it, surveil something, get you like set up. But if you just have a big guy and you fly over and just kill stuff, like that seems okay.
Also true.
Yeah. He's just the amalgam's gonna die to everything, which I don't like. Let's take the jump scare. Let's have like one combat trick.
I like it.
Why not?
Oh, two combat tricks. How about that?
Oh, I guess we get 2 combat tricks.
And
Great. I should have taken the
cult
amalgam.
Healer, I guess a cult healer.
Punish.
No. There's plenty of them. All right, here's our rare for this pack.
All right, more of my favorite cards.
Yes,
Dazzling Theater. Creature spells you control have Convoke. That does not matter when everything's free. All right, next card.
Yep. The
Cursed
Survivor.
Windbreaker.
Oh, yeah, this is a fun
Look
one.
at that fit.
Isn't
Look at
that
that
cool?
fit.
I just think it's funny. It's like not a cursed like cloak or anything. It's a cursed windbreaker.
Windbreaker specifically.
Like the 70s are haunting, you know?
Yeah. Manifest Dread, then attach Cursed Windbreaker to that creature. It has flying. Okay. Very flavorful. Fun. Where's the expensive stuff? We have another slasher.
Most expensive thing in here is this.
Oh, Derelict Addict. We can draw 2. I think we're just taking that. Just give me that.
Good call. Very good. I love it. I love it. Very good call. We had an unfortunate rare there, so that's good. I don't know if you know what these are. Do you know what a saga is?
I think, isn't it like it just like each turn you kind of just do the thing?
Yeah, each turn it goes down like chapters, which is fun.
Got it. And so then like you do the first thing 3 times, and then the 4th time you do the last thing, right?
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And then it's just chilling.
So as it enters, mill 2. If 2 cards that share a card type were milled this way, draw a card and repeat the process. Whoa, that's kind of cool. Okay. What is our like distribution of cards? I know we have like a good amount of creatures.
I think We have, so if you see over here on the side, we have 15 creatures, 7 instant, 3 sorcery, 1 artifact, and 7 enchantment.
Okay.
Is what we're currently working with.
Interesting. Something to keep in mind. What's the 4? Exile any number of target instant sorcerer or Tamiyo planeswalker cards from your graveyard. Copy them. You may copy, or you may cast any number of copies. Interesting. So on the surface, it does nothing. If we get lucky, well, it doesn't do nothing, but it like sets up Grave to bring back. We have like 4 revival cards, I think. So that's not like terrible for that, but I think we still need to maybe do a bit better. Let's see what else we got. The Chandelier came back. Say its name. Vanish from sight. We're starting to see some repeats. Fear of the Dark again isn't bad. What is this doll?
Oh, this is Arabella. This is legally distinct. What's it? Not Molly. What's its name? Not Chucky.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. That's it. Annabelle. This is legally distinct.
This
Annabelle.
is not copyrighted.
This is not
Annabelle.
This is Arabella. This is different.
Funny. It's different. Yeah. That's kind of whatever.
It's very, very, very good in regular draft, not in.
I was gonna say, like in regular Magic, this seems
regular
good,
Magic, this seems
but in this seems very not good.
Yes.
Paranormal Analyst. Whenever you manifest, yeah, we don't care about that.
If you're looking for,
I think I'm between
draw.
Fear of the Dark and the Tale of Tamiyo. The problem. Us getting to mill is like pretty good potentially, but we also then lose a lot of like threats. But I feel like the games are going to be really quick with how strong the creatures are that we're flinging around. What else? I don't think I saw Seized from Slumber.
Oh yeah.
It just kills something.
I don't think you
said
it's
this. Removal.
Yeah, it's removal, and then I don't think you really. It's a lot of words. It could be overwhelming, but this is one that I don't think you've read yet. We've seen it maybe one time though.
Yeah, I think we had this in like one of our. I think it was in the first pack.
First pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not like horrible. Exile this and 2 other cards. Oh, it's from Say Its Name. Okay, so we're basically just doing this to mill 3 and then get something back to hand, which is like okay because everything's free.
Not happen. Yes.
Yeah. So that's like it's like a different take on Tale of Tamiyo in a lot of ways.
Yes, but you don't have to do it.
Tamiyo's just gonna like
have to do every turn, but like you keep going if they share card types, which majority of the time they probably will. So we run the risk of milling ourselves a little bit.
We do. But then that gives us a lot of options for like stuff to bring out too.
True.
It's kind of like, our grave is kind of just the extension of our hand in a way, especially if we only get 3 cards. But if this is like one of our first 3 cards, are we going to really be happy about this? I don't know. Or Say Its Name, it's like we get to do it once and then get something. And then we get to just play it for free. For fun, let's try the Tale of Tamiyo. Let's spice it up a bit. Let's just try it.
Okay.
I just want to draw cards.
I understand that. Yes, that makes sense. Wanting to draw cards.
There's actually quite a few.
A lot of new things actually in this pack.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think I've seen many of these. Diversion Specialist, Menace, sacrifice another creature, exile the top. You may play it this turn. That could be really cool actually, because if our stuff's getting threatened, it's like we get to replace it effectively. That's kind of cool. Intruding Soul Rager. That's some freaky art. It's like it reminds me of like 3D glasses.
It's pretty wild, yeah.
Sacrifice a root. Yeah, we're not doing that. The Smoky Lounge, Misty Salon, Brood Spinner. Oh, he's so cute.
See, I know he's supposed to be scary, but he just looks so dumb. He doesn't scare me.
Yeah, because his eyes are going opposite direction.
I know. If they went straight on, that actually may scare me a little more. But he just looks derpy. Do you ever play?
Maybe they were making
Elden Ring.
No, I didn't.
Oh, he looks like a creature in Elden Ring. He's dumb.
Yeah, it'd be funny. It's like, because if the eyes were going, they probably had the eyes going one direction. They're like, what if you have them going opposite directions? They're like, yeah, that's
even spookier.
No. Reach when it enters Surveil 2. Okay, whatever. Another friendly ghost. I remember him. Don't make a sound. That sucks because they can always pay for it. Final Vengeance. Have to sacrifice a creature enchantment. Not a fan of that. Ragged Playmates, whatever. Anthropede. Destroy a room. Flesh Burrower. Death Touch. Flesh Burrower seems okay in like regular Magic.
Yes. It's a very good 2-drop.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brood Spinner also seems like a good 2-drop.
Oh, Brood Spinner is
in normal Magic.
In normal Magic, Brood Spinner is excellent and would definitely be something I would grab. Like it's definitely up there.
Yeah. We can use Diversion Specialist at instant speed, right?
You can, but you have to be able to play it this turn, so it would have to, like, if you did it on your opponent's turn,
it would just be exiling the top card.
It would be exiling the top card, and you wouldn't be able to do it. But if you could do it on your turn, like if they
right. So like if let's say I'm attacking with things, and then they try to use some removal spell to kill something. Well, they probably wouldn't. They would probably have to kill Diversion Specialist first. But like hypothetically, if they try to kill something else, I can react with Diversion Specialist, sack it, and get another card. And then in my second main, I could play that card.
I'm just now remembering, in this format, it may only be free to cast from your hand, so you may have to pay the exile cost.
Oh,
so
okay.
I actually don't think that you can. Yeah, I just remember that. It's been a long time since I played this this little fun thing that they do.
They don't do this very often.
They do not do it very often. No, they do not. But it's only free. It's casted from hand. So like we would have to hit. It would be very hard to do that for us. I feel actually.
Got it. This one's kind of tough. I mean, like, Diversion Specialist stats are, like, okay. But the fact that now you don't get to play it for free from Exile's not great.
Yeah.
I'm kind of almost tempted to go back to the Friendly Ghost.
I don't hate that. I really don't hate that.
I don't hate it. Like, I think he's okay. Everything else, like, does anything else stand out to you?
I would maybe, as for literally everything else, maybe only that for the Chevelle, but we're probably keeping all of our cards anyways, so it would just be Friendly Ghost for me too, I think, because it's flying and it picks something up. And there's no card draw.
Let's go with the Friendly Ghost.
So
yeah, I think that was a tough one. Drag to the Roots.
We did. I think we passed up the drag. Yeah, we grabbed something.
We did pass it last time.
We did.
Yeah, we passed it up. Fear of Lost Teeth. We're not. That's too slow. What else costs 10 million mana? Nothing.
Nothing. It's all pretty weak in here.
We have the Tunnel of Hate again.
Like
that came up, but I think this is probably Drag to the Roots, unless there's something else that does like card draw, which it doesn't seem like there is.
I don't think there's any card draw in here. No.
Yeah. Let's Drag to the Roots. Let's get some removal.
I agree with that.
The Mutilator.
I know. I was waiting for you to see him. I was like, I feel like you're gonna get excited.
We're mutilating. I'm not even reading the rest. We're just mutilating. We're doing it.
Get in here.
Especially because we have the Moth guy now too. That's so good.
I hope I get to play that card.
Let's see. That'd be so funny. You've been waiting to play with it and it doesn't come up for you.
I will be devastated. I will be so sad. Oh my god.
We need to get you more card draw.
I agree.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it won't be in this pack.
In the next one when it shows up for sure.
Flood Pits Drowner. Too cheap. Don't want it. We're gonna play like another revival card. We might. What's our like distribution looking like for like creatures, everything like that?
We have 17 creatures currently, 8 instants, 3 sorceries, 8 enchantments, and an artifact.
Okay, and like a few of those are card draw things too. So we have 17. I would still like more creatures, but it doesn't look like our creature quality is going to be like that much better. So we have to stick with what we got. What was this Ripper guy? Have I seen him yet? Enter space, sacrifice another creature. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, he wasn't like particularly good. I think I would rather just resurrect our good creatures that we already have than pick bad creatures. So let's take, I think Emerge from the Cocoon is probably better than Rite of the Moth. Target creature, because that gets the finality counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Emerge from the Cocoon is better. Okay. Yep, let's take that. And the life could matter too.
True. This is a new one. You haven't seen him yet.
Miasma Demon. Yeah, we haven't seen this guy. This is cool. Flying, when it enters, you may discard any number of cards. When you do, up to that many target creatures each get -2/-2. That's You may, so you don't have to do that. Yeah. It is a flyer. If we need to wipe stuff, we could, but everything's going to be really high power, so it might be tough to do that. And everything's free anyway, so I'm not even really sure how good that is. But it is a big thing. We do need creatures.
The big 5/4
I think it's
flyer.
better than Vanish from Sight. Everything else in here doesn't seem great, because it's either that or we're playing, like, Say Its Name, just to, like, get one of our guys back again. And I think I'd rather just have a creature that have a card that, like, maybe gets us a creature. But if we get... let's get a thing. Let's take the Miasma
Big
Demon.
thing?
He's fine. Yeah,
Big-
it's a
big
flyer too, so that could
fun.
matter. Yeah. Okay, I remember the Mirth card. Creeping Peeper. This looks like... Do you watch... have you seen Demon Slayer?
No.
Oh, okay. there's
I'm watching
there's
Naruto
this
for
one...
the first time, but that's my only anime
are
I'm
you
currently
really?
on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How far are you? That's an endeavor.
I am just getting used to Sai being around. I hate him.
Oh, you're like... That's like the beginning of like Shippuden, isn't it?
Yes, I'm in Shippuden. I'm on Shippuden. Yes, episode like 70 something.
You have a ways to go.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I hate Sai too. I wish he would.
It's
go
really
away.
good though. Shippuden's really good. It's really good.
Nothing has beat the Chunin exam so far, but we'll see.
In any case, in Demon Slayer, there's a demon that has these little spiders with eyes that just like crawl all over the place and just like
Ew.
watch everything. So that's what that reminds me of. But we're not playing that. That card sucks. Bedhead Beastie was the Menace mountain cycling thing.
Yes.
I honestly just think we take that because it's a big thing. And also it has Menace. So that actually means it could like maybe hit in. I don't think we take the Mirth again. I just want to make sure we have enough creatures. So let's take the big chunker.
Gotcha. All right, this is our pack again.
From the first one.
Yeah,
right,
I don't know if
'cause it's pick 9.
you saw the room or not yet, but I will.
Drowned Diner. Yeah, give me that. Drawing 3. Give me that.
Yay.
Did I miss that the first time?
I think
What
so.
was in that pack
You
the
saw the attic and you got excited, but it was all right because I figured it would come back because the box.
Oh, okay.
Don't know. Either way, it was still card draw.
This pack, it's interesting. These like all these are actually playable. I feel like.
Yeah. In this one.
I think I might just take Fear of the Dark just to get another big guy. We've got some decent removal. The Chandelier's like worse than Fear. Yeah, just go Fear.
Okay. We're getting down to the doo-doos, but this...
Yeah.
I don't know if you read this. I couldn't remember if you did or not.
This wasn't... Like, the problem is it's this format, right?
Yep.
It just doesn't, like, seem particularly good.
Does it turn for you when you hover over on Untapped? Does it turn for you? So you can read it easily?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I've been doing that this whole time.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But no, this doesn't seem particularly good because of the format. I guess we just take the Anthrapede because it's the biggest thing.
I agree. There's not much else. Do you want your Tunnel of Hate?
Oh yes, let's go for it. Watch, that's gonna win you a game. You're gonna shit on that. Watch, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I get to do the turn 2 kill with Tunnel of Hate. It's so good.
I want to be in the Tunnel of Hate. I think that's fun.
Oh, grab the
I like
prize.
that.
Grab the prize is actually good.
Yeah.
That's actually card draw.
And we ended up with a little bird who kind of sucks. That's okay.
Whatever.
I actually only have to cut. That's it. 2 cards I have to cut. That's it. Do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to cut
the bird?
Is there something? Yeah, we'll cut the bird. I like that. Is there anything else you absolutely fucking hated? Probably this thing. It was like our doo-doo card. It makes
Which
mana.
thing? Oh, the Haunted Screen. Yeah, get rid of that.
Okay, and then that's our deck.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? How'd I do?
I think you did great. You picked up card draw. You picked up big stupid guys. Like that's literally what this format is. Really, I think leaning more into card draw would have been like even like that Enigma one that you were like it becomes unblockable and draw a card. That probably would have been my pick a lot of the time. The Mirth was actually really good.
Okay.
But I don't know how many will be able to sack. It's going to be interesting. Again, I haven't played this one in a long, long time, but I think that you did very, very good, and this was literally perfect for your Yu-Gi-Oh brain.
This very much seems like Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm curious, like, how it plays out. If I'm like correct in my assumptions, or when you play it out, if it doesn't play out anything like how I think it's going to.
I will message you with the results if you would like on how well it did.
Again?
I can message you with the results on how well it did.
Oh, I'll probably watch it too, just out of curiosity to see how it goes.
Yeah, you can. That's totally option too.
Yeah.
Ready to start? You want to go ahead and go?
Let's see it.
Let's see how one goes. I have not played this format in so long. Normally, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they've never done it like draft before, right? Like they just do it like in its own thing, and you can just keep going until you do it again. Like you don't have to get the wins, you don't have to like get the 3 losses to start over. It's been a long time. Sneak this? What do you mean? Yu-Gi-Oh has not a draft format, but like a limited thing that they discontinued or don't really support or do, correct?
Yeah, they had a battle pack draft.
Thank God.
There you go. You get to play with it.
This is already the best day of my life. This is it. I finally get to do it. This is amazing. It's the keep. I'm not mulliganing that. Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Yep, there's that Gliver Burst.
Starting off good.
Yep.
I think we got all of our... I think there was only maybe one card draw card we skipped over.
Yeah, I think so. I think Enigma, and then eventually they all came back. See, that's weird that they didn't do anything else. I wonder if they have counter magic, which would make me very sad. But we do have Rite of the Moth. So I'm going to just play this out just to see if this is counter magic here. I'm going to assume that it is.
But, like, would they counter this? Because, like, every creature can basically beat this, aside from the fact that it has flying.
That's true. Maybe we could have just straight removal. Either or, we have the Rite of the Moth.
I think that's one of the biggest differences. Like, even though this is Yu-Gi-Oh!, you still have Summoning Sickness. And combat's different.
I think they're going to kill it. Oh, yeah, they killed it.
Oh!
Yeah, okay, that's one out of hand. Let's try this.
This
is literally like how Yu-Gi-Oh! goes. Yeah, okay.
Please, can I have a Shroud Stopper?
His MWM with 7 cards in the opener, and it was insanely one-sided.
I'm actually shocked they killed that. That's kind of funny. That just didn't seem like a threat to me, but, you know.
Okay, they let that in, so it's not counter.
You get to get the effect pretty much no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I get to draw it, which is good.
To replace itself?
Okay, there's the Inferno. Okay, I still get the card draw. That's fine.
You get the card. Yeah, you plussed on that. That's fine.
How about this one? Does this one interest you? Let's see. You want to counter this? Oh my God.
And see, now they're down to 2 cards, right?
Wait. Or is it just... Oh my God, that's true. Okay, this is totally... Let's see. This is not making it out. Oh, shit. So, I mean, I say we Rite of the Moth back our Shroud Stomper and just get this shit on the battlefield and then draw another card.
Is there a board wipe in this set that could kill all this or no?
I think there's... What is there? 1 board wipe, I want to say, in this set, and it's a rare...
Oh, you're never playing around that.
No, I think we Shroud Stomper back and then draw a card.
Oh, and you get to get the draw of the Shroud Stomper. That's so good.
Spell. So whenever they play, maybe we can counter it. I have no idea what it is they have.
This literally, I'm not kidding you. This is like how Yu-Gi-Oh feels.
Really?
Like this is why people love this game. And then you would just kill them this turn because everything has haste.
It's just card draw. That's all it was. It was more card draw. I'm surprised they didn't do that before.
I'm too, because then if they draw more counters, you've already done everything. Yeah.
Oh, this is it. We're so good. Oh.
Wait, okay.
Like your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards as long as there are 4. So we're each just gonna draw. We're gonna draw 2 cards. Being of their upkeep, we draw 2. Right? I feel like that's fine, right? Am I wrong? I don't think we counter that. I'm actually curious to see how this goes. Because I'm confused a little bit, but we'll see.
Everything we have kills that too.
Yeah.
So like, sure. Okay.
Sure. That's cool. I suppose.
And the next turn, we're going to draw another card with Shroud Stomper. We're going to get 2 more Moths with the Overlord.
Yes.
And then
just...
I think this is over. We already won.
I'm not sure what they're hovering. They don't like this, in this format, these are almost like on par with each other because of this drawing a card on each attack too. Like,
yeah,
is so
exactly.
good.
But that's why I like
Look at target player's hand, choose on a card from it. So they're going to make us discard this anyway, so we're just going to maybe flash this in. And then whenever this would take damage, it would die. So this does give them a Manifest Dread, but they still have to, you know, block enough to do 5 damage to this thing. Like, they would make us get rid of Fear of Imposters with it anyways. I knew the counterspell was somewhere.
That's fine, though, because you could just Rite of the Moth it back next turn anyway. So, like, who cares?
We can't afford it. It's already been used as the flashback cost. So this is in our graveyard.
Oh, flashback. Oh, yeah, sorry.
But we still get a card draw out of this. Like, they will probably block it with a Glimmer, and it will die. As if we get to draw a couple cards and lose some life. What's wrong with that? Fucking nothing. So weirdly enough, I'm gonna pay for it. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Yeah, I'm gonna pay for the more expensive side. Oh no, we can just do. No, it doesn't matter. We'll just do this one. I was gonna say we can't afford the other side, but we totally can. Oh, I paid it weirdly anyways. It's fine. The mechanics.
Well, clearly they have another counter. They have another
counter spell. I didn't mean to do that. They counter it anyways.
Well, we win. Thing. What are they gonna do?
I don't know. We're just gonna slam.
And you get to draw with Shroud Stopper, and you get to get 2 1/1s.
And we have a 5/7 Vigilant. They're blocking the Shroud for sure. I mean,
but that's fine. He's already like replaced himself. Like, who cares?
Fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, that's still a ton of damage.
Also, they're just dead, aren't they? Oh no, they're at 2.
Almost. And so that thing's dead. We'll just play. Like, is there a world where we don't play this and we just hold on to it in case they board wipe, do you think?
I mean, they're going to draw 3 because they get to draw 1 and then the guide's going to draw them 2. So, like, they could, but you're putting so much pressure on the board as it is anyway. I mean, are they actually going to, like, beat this? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
It doesn't seem likely.
Maybe
I wouldn't play it. I don't think you have to.
Okay, all right, let's see. Let's just see, because we do get to
If this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you're presenting lethal, right? And then you might even draw counter spells here.
We have to do it, destroy.
Oh, good, and we can bring back the thing. Oh, look.
Jump scare. I'm shocked they played this in this format, which is so funny.
That's insane.
Maybe I'm severely underestimating this card in here.
Like, you get agency over it, sure, because you get to play with cards first, but because everything's free, if they have instants, it's actually... It kind of makes it way worse, I feel like.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they just go.
Easy game. Easy game. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pick a better deck.
I feel like I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! This is actually so exciting. I would be fine with it then.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. We're so good. We're so fine. And we just go again. And we just keep going. Actually true.
This is a 12-0 deck. That's what this is. That was a pretty convincing victory. At any point in that game, I was not concerned for you in the slightest.
I think the second they destroyed the friendly ghost, I was like, okay, maybe we might actually be all right. That's why you play like your doo-doo kind of stuff first to see if they'll counter it.
Well, that's like, I was shocked that they counter that. Because, like, yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh! You do the same thing. Like, you put out the stuff to bait, right?
Yeah.
But, like, that card lost to every other card, like, that everyone is playing. So I was just shocked that they did anything about it. Because that +2/+4 is temporary, right?
Oh, yeah, it's only for that turn. And so we could
That's even worse!
We had summoning sickness, yeah. Maybe they're like, oh, nothing else will come out of this. Who knows? I just realized this is ranked, by the way. This is we're so good.
Oh, we're cooking.
We are so cooking. Are you
glimmer
kidding
bursting,
me?
like, immediately, right?
Oh my god! And we're dinering, right? Like it's insane. We'll go.
I'm saying you get glimmer burst on their turn.
Yes. We do it now so we can play the big.
Yeah, do it now so you can get your counter spells.
Do all the big shit. Yep. Yeah, I see him. Yeah. I agree. Let's do that actually. I just realized we're going second. Let me just do that as well. Maybe they have a counter spell.
They could.
They could. It is possible.
This will probably show off the issue with going... Yeah, I was going to say, this will show off the issue with going first in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that when you have the ability to, like, counter everything, that, like... Because now they're up a card, so this is what can happen.
Wait,
but
you do want to go first in Yu-Gi-Oh!, right?
Always. Almost always.
I see the issue with going first. Okay. Mill 4, return to 2 permanent cards from among them to your hand. That's pretty fucking good. Shroud Stomper and the Aquarium. This is. I assume they're gonna surveil with this one. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, surveil. Still 3 cards. The Shroud Stomper is so going second in this format as butts. I know it makes it super, super hard. Do you just flip a coin for Yu-Gi-Oh? How do you decide who goes first?
Yeah, it's just like roll a die.
Oh yeah, whatever. Okay. That's what we do. Roll high roll.
Yep, same thing. As long as Drowned Diner doesn't get countered, we're sitting pretty good. But if they counter that, we're probably cooked.
If it does, we're mega cooked.
And see, this is where in Yu-Gi-Oh! Attacking first is actually kind of important because the turn player can't attack going first. But going second, like you can attack. So like you would actually have some agency to start clearing up the board, right?
I think we play the Slasher first to try to bait out a counterspell if they have one so we can draw, maybe?
You could try.
Always get it back with the Right of the Moth if they do counter it. No way. Do they actually have a counter? Either that or they're able to flip up whatever this is.
Hmm. Because you can do that at instant speed for the manifest.
Yeah, if they have the mana for it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's Tiny Elf. Let's see.
Guess we'll find out.
Yep, we're about to find out.
Pray.
Oh, please let us.
If that's a counter spell, it's over.
Oh, okay, okay. God, show me the Overlord. What are we discard? So we can discard the Fear of the Dark and get it back with Right of the Moth. Like we can discard one of our creatures and get it back with Right of the Moth. That's an option.
Yep.
So I think that's probably what we're doing. And then we can Inferno. I guess we can do it on their turn too, but we should probably try to kill the Shroud Stomper here.
Shroud Stomper before it attacks.
Yeah, I think we should do it now. Maybe in case, what if they draw a counterspell?
A counterspell, yeah, because they don't have one now.
Yeah, I don't. They would have used it, I think, a long time ago. So
they would have stopped the draw 3 100%.
For
they
sure.
never would have let that resolve.
And then I think that is that. And then what's the other side of this thing? Tap up to 1 target creature, put 2 stun counters on it. We could stun something. So it won't untap during its next untap step. So I'm thinking like maybe the Death Touch we could stun, or we could stun this 5/5. This will probably have menace because they probably won't have a Glimmer.
Are we worried about them? Like,
it just slows them down. We don't necessarily need to. We can always just trade too. Yeah, we could just see if they have something better as well, and like just save.
With my
the door.
puny Yu-Gi-Oh brain, I don't see anything being threatening here. So I feel like save it for their next turn because then they might draw a bunch of cards and play something more threatening. So I'd rather just save it.
That's like the only thing we could do though if we want to do anything is unlock the last door. We can't get this back, unfortunately. It's gone forever.
Which sucks.
Sucks.
I don't think we need to stun anything. I don't feel like
it's all right.
Our guys are bigger for the most part.
Are there any MTG cards that let you see your opponent's hand? Yes. Oh, Victor. So Victor is whenever an enchantment you control enters, whenever you fully unlock a room, surveil 2 if it's the first time, and then if it's the second time, each opponent discards card. Third time, put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It is pretty good. I don't know how you can do that more than once. I think they're going to just surveil a bunch. There is in this set count. There's a card that just played on us game 1. The where whenever creatures dealt damage, destroy it, and it lets you look in the hand. Can you chain block? You can put as many cards as you want to block a creature. Yes, you can triple block, double block, as many as you want. Yeah,
so Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have anything like that. It's always one.
Whatever they choose is what is fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how Hearthstone is too. What they did.
There are ways like with traps and effects to like redirect attacks, but it's never like a 2-on-1 combat situation.
It's always a 1v, and they get to. It's like everything has time.
You could like take the stats from another card and like give it to your guy, but that's like about it.
Yeah. So this is tough. It's now a Menace Death Touch. So
do you care?
I mean, I think maybe we take 6 and maybe we stun it next turn.
I think you just take 6. Yeah, that's. I'm like, who cares? Yeah.
Or maybe we stun the slasher and then get in. Like,
only life that matters is your last.
Life is a resource.
Yeah, we take.
I really want to know what's in their hand. They have 2 cards. There we go. Clown is interesting. Okay.
It's probably one of their bad cards.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank God. Okay. Okay. So, do we want, because we only have 10 life. Do we want to keep taking 6? Like, we have the option of...
You can stun him, can't you?
We could stun, that's what I'm saying. We could stun the Fear in the Dark, so we don't keep taking all that, and then we at least, trade with something else, because the Menace is what's hurting us with the...
Sure.
With the Death Touch on it. So I think we should play it over, whatever. Should we attack, though, with our 5/5 menacing?
Well, the Megalodon has vigilance, so he can always get
It
in.
does. It will trade probably with the Slasher, but I still think that's fine. Yeah.
Touch.
I still think that we swing, I think, right? And then play the Over the Mist of the Moors. Because of what we have, unless it gets countered, that would kind of suck. But I'm thinking, because they don't have a Glimmer. So this could trade for something. Or we could just hold back our Fear of the Dark and just swing with our Death Touch. Or our Vigilance. What do you think?
I mean, they're probably always going to trade with the Slasher because that's Death Touch, right?
I think so, yeah. So like maybe this gets in, and then... What do you think?
Yeah, try it.
I'm curious to see if we get counterspelled. Because if we are, we're very much in trouble.
I don't think they have a counter, though.
That
because
I saw
they,
coming.
Well, unless they had the Clown last turn, but they didn't play it. Like,
That's
I don't
true.
think they have a counter spell.
Okay, I'm gonna make an attempt.
Find out. Uh-oh.
Okay! Okay, it goes
Yep.
through. It goes through. It goes through. Now, we have the option of taking 6 again, which sucks. I think maybe we just tap it down. So
Nah, I think we stun him. I think that puts
think
us
so.
too low.
Yeah. I think
In
we'll
Yu-Gi-Oh,
stun
it's like
this thing.
in retro formats that are like life point dependent, like being at half life is scary. Even though like you need to not your last life point's your last, but when you're around that like 3,000-4,000 mark, it's just like at any point you're just like you don't feel great. So I like the stunning here.
You feel like you're
They
gonna be
get to draw
dead at some point, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh, you feel like you're gonna be dead at any point.
True.
That's the high octane nature of it, but this Valgavoth's guy is kind of cool.
He is very cool. Yeah, he's a good. It's interesting to see him in here. I don't know if I guess he maybe happens a couple times.
Oh, geez.
Yep. And so they'll we would discard here, but we don't have any cards at our hand. And then they can. God, if they get to do it again, they get to pull a creature back, and they'll probably pull back Shroud Stomper, which
The Shroud Stomper
sucks. Yeah. But I'm hoping they don't do that. But we'll see.
I felt pretty good about this until they just drew 4.
I know, it's horrifying. Okay, that's... Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, so they can pitch here to kill the moths if they want. Oh.
They're gonna kill our Overlord, the Moors.
Our Overlord, yeah.
Of the Mist Moors, which is... Or wait, what did they do? Oh my god, they read it wrong. I read it wrong. It's that many. So, like, each thing will get -2, -2. Not, it won't get -6, -6.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's only 1 per card, so you can only do a max of -2. It doesn't stack.
Oh, that card sucks.
That's so heartbreaking for them. So, wow, that's very interesting.
That's annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying. So we have the option to, like, we can block with the Death Touch here. We could take 5. It kind of hurts to take 5.
How are we on the crackback?
I was looking at the crackback. I think let's see, this would have Menace. No, they have a Glimmer. It won't have Menace, so they can block that if they want. We'll swing in with this. God, I wonder if we just...
Take it
and then just swing with everything next turn?
I think we take it. Yeah.
Is that insane? Because we get 2 blockers with this anyways when it swings.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
That was my thought.
Okay, they get to pull their Shroud Stomper back, I think. Yep.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh gosh, that's very bad. What is that? If a card we put into an
Exile.
opponent's graveyard, exile instead. I don't know if that actually...
That's not bad.
Uh-oh, that's a dead card.
We can't use that.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is unfortunate. If we swing out, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. If anything, only 2 damage is getting in. We'll get 2 1/1 blockers. They would probably... They're gonna try to kill this.
Well, so much for 12-0.
I know. But, I mean, God, I don't know if we still swing out or anything.
I don't know if we can, because I think we're too low now.
Yeah. We are very... But this is going to drain us for 2 when it attacks.
Yeah, so we're going to be down to 1.
So we would be down to 1. So, like, if they block in a way that, you know, they could still kill us, I mean... Maybe we... God, do we just chill?
Well, if they swing with everything, they'll be able to get in no matter what.
That's true. If we swing with the Overmiss, where we get 2 blockers, this will die, but this will actually at least kill something. And then we'll get 2 more blockers, so I don't think we are dead.
Yeah, so we might have to just do that and hope for the best.
We ran out of time. It's okay. We'll it's okay. Unfortunately, this part is time. I was, like, not paying attention to the rope for once in my life. That's just tough. This ended up being pretty good. I was gonna say time. That's okay.
Well, it was also good because they drew 4 cards the turn after. So, all right, so we're forced to do something here.
Yeah.
So we get drained. We have to block all this.
We have to block everything. So we'll block Death Touch on Death Touch. This blocks this. This goes maybe here. This goes here. Actually, maybe switch that up. Maybe like so. And then we go to 1. And then we get to keep both of these things, hopefully, and then this dies, and then like that. I think that's probably our best.
Any combat trick kills us.
Yeah, for sure. Any combat trick, we are very, very fucked. But that's our best bet, I think.
Okay, we're not dead.
It's still tough. We're not dead yet. Not dead yet. Thank God this thing got stunned down. Jesus. Okay, drawing
they got
cards.
all the cards.
Yep, gating 2 or losing 2 life.
And this is why they banned those cards, because it's like if you're just playing max copies, if every deck's playing max copies of these, it's whoever draws more of them wins.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why you say card draw is king in Yu-Gi-Oh, because it's just
exactly.
So
well, that's why we just don't have it very often. Or if we do, it's it'll be like it breaks even. So it might be like draw 2 cards and then like banish a certain type of card. So then it's like a 2 for 2. Right?
Yes. So this is something you've never seen before. At the beginning of your upkeep, you win the game if there are 8 or more different named rooms among that you control.
Oh.
So, but it's on their upkeep, so I guess we have to win this turn, which I don't think that we can do.
Is it 8 or more different, or just 8 period?
Oh, we just lose.
Oh my God, we're dead. We're just dead.
The Shroud Stomper being back. Oh, the Shroud Stomper.
I like that the BM. They could have just done that initially.
I know. They're like, look what else I had. Look what else. different named rooms, but they had that. They had plenty. They had a lot.
I think considering how well we did with them drawing at least 3 times as many cards as we did, is still like a testament to how good.
I think so. Yeah.
Like Overlord is.
Yeah. In this format, it's kind of crazy how like it will just every single card draw you can imagine is just picked over everything else. We still have all these cards. That's an interesting card to try to make work in this format, which I think is kind of fun for them, though. And they also went first, too, which matters. That's true. They did.
Yeah, going first matters a lot, too.
Going second is, horrible for this. It's so
Yu-Gi-Oh!
bad.
One of the only generic draw 2 cards that we have that's legal said you have to exile the top 10 cards of your deck and draw 2 cards.
Do you get anything if... Jesus Christ. Do you get anything if you go second in Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, if you went first, do I get, like, an extra card or anything?
Now you get an extra card. Yeah.
Okay.
For the longest time, it was nothing.
I guess we can keep that and pitch. We don't I don't think mulligan, because we don't want to return.
Are you sure? This hand kind of sucks.
We'll get 2 cards only. But we can discard... We can drop the jump scare and draw 2 off of this. And do 2 damage to them. So... If we mulligan this, we go down to 2, it's kind of sketchy.
Oh, I forgot you mulligan down a card. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
if we do this, well, I hope that they don't have a counter spell. We'll see.
Oh, this is really bad because they can counter.
All right. See, okay, good. Then we drew more card draw, which is good. When you unlock this, draw 3, then discard. Yep. So we'll do the meat locker. Okay, they don't have any counter spell. They would have done it by now. I did the wrong side. You know what? That's on me. I'm gonna call that one my loss. There's 4 different options, and I picked the wrong one. I read it completely wrong for some reason. So you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll take this L.
Watch we win anyway.
We're gonna win anyways. It's gonna be fine. It's not a big deal.
I don't know. They're playing these cards. I actually feel pretty confident.
We're all right. We're gonna win anyways. I'm telling you. We're so fine. We're so fine. I needed the struggle.
They're already half dead.
They're already almost there. That's it.
Very Yu-Gi-Oh. They're dead next turn if they don't block.
When you unlock, what is this? You have no maximum hands of your end step. Draw a card. That's pretty good. I guess but they would have a trick, right? I mean, do we just take that in case they have something?
Well, if we don't block this and we just kill them next turn, so I wouldn't.
They go up to 13 because they gain 2.
Oh,
this will be tapped.
They gain 2.
But,
so they won't.
I
we
mean,
won't be able to kill them. Do you think they have a trick?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They haven't done anything else. So they had to have.
I don't respect them enough. I don't think they have a trick.
You want to block? I will do whatever you say because I fucked up the drown diner.
I don't respect them. I don't think they have a trick.
Okay, let's. I still think you pretend.
Better. Oh, see, better have it. Better have it.
Make them have it. Make them have it.
Yeah.
Oh, here. You know what? It's totally fine. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. We could play the Mirth and sacrifice the fucked up diner to draw 2 cards. So it's fine. It's not a big deal.
It's all according to plan.
It was useless anyways. And yeah, and then we could swing, which is so fun. Then we can play our, big dude, I guess. Do you want to play the big dude or no?
I don't think we have to play the big dude.
You just want to chill?
Yeah, they have to answer the board.
All right, let's chill.
You said Flyers win games. They haven't answered anything.
Flyers win games.
They were trying to get a sneaky attack in. See?
Oh, Lord.
So they clearly just drew that.
Okay, reach is awful. And I guess wait. They did that to sack... Wait a minute. To get rid of... Maybe they want to eat the land to draw a card?
Maybe.
Oh my god, it's the Tunnel of Hate. That's
playing a land to get the card
right?
draw.
Oh, okay. That hurts. Very bad. They get to draw another card. I fucking forgot Till of But we can... Okay, so... Okay, I've yet to play this card ever. Mill 2 cards. If two that share a type were milled, we get to draw a card and repeat the process. I mean, I say we spin the wheel. Because we
spin the wheel.
We can put something in there and get it out with the cocoon, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or we're just going to do that 5 times and draw 5 cards, right?
That's also an option. It's totally... Yep, they're going to sack the land, draw a card. This is so interesting. Oh my god, watch it get countered. That will be very... Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Mill 2. Our Mist of the Overlords. Okay,
it's so good! It's so good!
It is so good! It's so good! I mean, are we just... Wait a minute. I mean... Oh, God. Don't we just have it? Am I insane? Destroy the reach creature. Fly.
Yeah, kill the reach creature. Do we have enough to buff?
Yeah, and then +2 and flying. Make it fly over them, right?
But they're at 6.
But they can't block. Hold up. I might be running out of time. So, destroy this,
go,
right? Unless they have a counterspell. This has menace, regardless. Right?
Oh, that is Menace. Yeah, so you attack with Fear of the Dark, and then you just pump with Jump Scare, right?
Yeah, we'll just swing. We don't even need to pump. I think we just have it. Unless they have something crazy.
Oh, right, because that has Menace and the Ghost is flying. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's just game. Unless they have a removal.
They're going to draw 2, make a Glimmer, and then now I'm going to fly this thing, hopefully, and then we just win. We didn't even need that card I fucked up, okay? We didn't even need it. We needed a challenge, and I gave it to us. So really, I was helping us out.
Everyone who was shitting on Tale of Tamiyo, get fucked. That's all I'm gonna say.
That includes me. So I will. I will happily go fuck myself. You are so right.
we milled 6 and drew 3. It was so good.
Oh my god, that's the best thing I've ever seen. I mean, we're 2-1.
That's the most Disneyland card ever. That should not have worked that way.
It could be any. It was literally perfect. And we drew exactly with all our graveyard recursion.
It's okay. We just drew the cards that we would have drawn off the other card if you didn't play it properly.
If I didn't fuck up. Okay, I'm going to read. There's 4 options. There's not normally 4 options. Okay, thoughts on... I mean, we're going second regardless. So we should just keep it. We can always dump Clammy Prowler to grab the prize. So it just sucks to go. You don't ever want to mulligan this format. Look at the top 4, but one of them in your hand, the rest in your graveyard, you gain 3 life. That's pretty dang good. I don't think we saw that in our draft at all.
We didn't. No, I didn't see that card at all.
Whoa. Oh, they must have a ton of card draw. They just put a counterspell and then another Glimmer Light in there. Oh, man. Mold a 0, believe in the heart of the cards. I don't think so. Oh, no! They're gonna get rid of, I don't know what they'll get rid of here. Probably grab the prize, I would think. But something is going away. Yep. We're stuck with Clammy.
That makes sense.
We're stuck with Clammy Prowler.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty good.
And that's why those cards are banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's not even like... it's not even like the fact they ripped the card. It's like now they know your whole hand.
It's now they know everything.
Like,
God, that's a lot. I feel like that can be a dead card sometimes. It's wild to put 3 of them in there.
It can be, but like even if it doesn't matter.
Yep. God, look at that.
It's still just the times it goes off, it's worth it.
3 Glimmer Lights. Oh my God.
I don't think we got that many.
Well, we have to discard. I guess we're getting rid of Clammy Prowler here. And keeping our Snatcher.
Seems like it.
Unfortunate. I wanted remake. Wow, it really is. Wow, people love you. Were right on the money with a tunnel of hate. That was interesting. It really does suck going second. Holy shit.
Well, that's why you need the 0-cost counters.
Yep.
Because you can actually do something.
Yeah. Going second is very painful. Another harrowing. And they've dumped out their whole hand. And now I think we maybe get a turn.
It's funny because it's like... doesn't even seem that bad, all things considered.
We can pull back... Oh, man. We can pull back the Clammy Prowler with our Cocoon and gain 3 life.
Do we even want... I guess it's a blocker. It's a
blocker.
So
it's
like...
actually a pretty good blocker for what they have on this board, I guess.
Yeah,
plus, this is going to have double strike, thinking. So they're going to hit us for 12 with this thing. So I'd rather maybe chump it with the... I don't know. It's hard. But
How much are we going to take? Let's say we block one thing. Oh, you're going for it. Okay.
Well, no. I can cancel it. If I block and let this in, because they'll give... this double strike, so 12, 13, 14, 15, it's lethal if they...
Oh, it is lethal.
We would have to throw this away to this anyways just to live, so I feel like
I guess we got to do it then.
Clammy Prowler, which is so embarrassing, but here we are.
Watch that win us the game.
Clammy Prowler, I will... Listen, you know what? After what happened last time, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, Voxy, we're just going to draw Tamiyo again, and we're just going to refill our whole hand.
I can't wait. Oh my God. So, I guess we're... What does the saw even do? May sacrifice a permanent other than that if you do draw a card. Wow, okay. I think we're just going to throw Clammy Prowler in front of this thing.
Yeah, so we don't take 12.
It's going to die. Yes, we don't take 12. Yeah. And we'll see what else we can maybe get. Oh. I don't know how good it's going to be in here. Probably very fucking good, but that's a pretty also amazing card. When it enters, you get to return an enchantment card from the graveyard or unlock a room you control. Whenever an enchantment enters or when you fully unlock a room, you get a 3/1 spirit. So it's actually we're this may be death for us. But we have our Snatcher.
See, this is something that's like a lot different than Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like one big creature can wall off as many creatures as your opponent has. Where like you need to have in Magic like 1-to-1 things.
If you draft any board wipe, there's one board wipe in the entire set, and it's a rare. So no, we did not.
Yeah.
We're
cooked here.
We are very cooked. I fear this is where we go.
We're dead.
We're very dead. Is there a field limit on Monsters MTG? No. In Arena, it's like 250 tokens just because the game will crash, but in real life, no.
So Yu-Gi-Oh has a limit of 5.
That's crazy. Yeah, Hearthstone has a limit of 7. That was a hard thing to learn. It was like there's like limits on boards. Yeah, you can put as many as you want out. They could just keep summoning. Oh yeah, they could have a full. Oh yes, very much so.
They just turn everything sideways. I'm surprised they're thinking about this.
I was gonna say, give it. There we go.
It's literally
there
dead because they. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. What will they give Double Strike to? Surely not the flying 4/4 or 4/5. Oh, the thing on the ground. Okay. Just drawing a card. Oh man,
can we block the 50, we can block the thing they tunnel of hated, can't we? Or it's gonna double strike it though, so we're gonna
but they do trade, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But we get to keep one creature. But they still fly. I don't know why this is like if we block something, they have the option to exile it and just play it from exile this turn. So they can actually do that with this, which would die anyways. There's no way they do that one, because they got trades here. If anything, it would be the long neck. Nope, they're just letting all in. I mean, either way, I think we're very cooked, and I think there's no coming back.
Unless we get, like, draw spell into draw spell into draw spell into draw spell.
Yes, exactly.
Which could happen. But they have 2 cards in hand.
With that Glimmer Light, we make a 1/1. We draw our Overlord of the Moors. We intimidate them. We do nothing, and then that's it. We're dead.
Yeah, we're dead.
We're dead.
But it was possible.
It was definitely somewhere in there at some point. And it's not copium, for those of you probably thinking it, okay? We
have enough draw cards. It could have happened.
It could have happened. All right, we're 2-2. Hopefully this is not our way out of this world on this one.
It's usually 3 losses, isn't it?
Yep, 3 losses. So we can't afford any more losses. We'll just go to the end with just 6 straight wins or 5 straight wins. We're fine.
Yeah. Is that how it goes? It's 7 wins or 3 losses?
Yeah, 7 wins or 3 losses, yes.
Oh, okay.
So 7 is the best you can do. So we just got to win the next 5 in a row. How hard can that possibly? We just got to go first. We have to draw perfectly.
Yeah, going first is part of it, that's for sure.
Both of our losses, I think, have been from us going second. So we're fine. Just draw Tamiyo and win it all. I agree.
Exactly.
No one wants to play us because they're scared, which is why our queue is taking as long as it is.
But most importantly, you've gotten to play with your Mothman, so everything is right.
You know what? Thank God. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be heartbroken if we keep the hell out of that. We get to draw. We have a creature. It's fine.
Yeah.
I finally got to play with my Overlord of the Miss Moors or whatever it is.
Are we going first?
Yes, we are. We're going first.
Oh,
Should
right.
we bid out a counterspell with our...
Ooh, did they mulliganed?
Oh my god, they did. Wait, they did. Let's see if do they want to counter this? Do they have a counter? No counter. Interesting. Okay, I say maybe we grab the prize. Do you want to dump this thing, which currently has no target?
The Anthropede.
Or the Anthropede? Yes, because we can pull it back.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We can... I don't think we need to pull it back. I mean, we could just swing. Or we could just pass, I mean.
No, we just pass.
Currently, we have nothing else going on. But they mulligan! That's very interesting. I wouldn't have thought I would see any mulligan.
Maybe their hand was that bad.
So we could put this on the top or the bottom and surveil one. So they don't look at our hand and make us discard right now.
Mm.
Like they lose the ability to look into our hand and to make us discard. I think we vanish from sight it.
Okay.
So they don't have to... They don't get... And then we can just put it back on top. Or we could put it on the bottom. What do you think?
I say bottom it.
Bottom it?
It's
Alright,
not
we can
that
find
great.
something better.
Yeah. I think we can.
Do you want the counter spell? We don't have any creatures currently. Would you rather have that? Okay. What the
We
fuck?
can do better.
Wait,
what the hell is that?
Reveal the top 7 of your library. Put all enchantment cards among them into your hand. The rest in the bottom in a random order.
My
Lock
God,
or
that
unlock
could
a
be
door.
crazy.
They hit one. They hit it, but they hit the Drowned Diner, which is good.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many more they have. I guess because because it costs nothing. So why not play it? Wow, they really want to look into our hand. That's very unfortunate.
Now we can't do much.
We can't do anything about that. So yeah, go ahead and look
so
at
we're
our
getting...
hand, I guess.
Goodbye, Right of the Moth.
Yes, probably. I don't think there's a world where jump scare gets targeted here. Yep. So no matter what, they were creeping in our hand. So
Considering a lot of the draw cards are enchantments,
yeah.
That card seems okay.
You unlock this mill 4, return up to 2 to your hand, 2 permanents, yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. That is a
think we're in
counterspell.
trouble.
I think this might be the end of us. But
Yeah,
that first game though, that was a good first game.
It was. That was like that set the tone, and now
That
it's
was
like,
it.
damn, our deck sucks.
It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. We just needed more card draw is all. They just have more card draw. That's the only difference. We have the Moors, which is all I want. And oh my god, so no matter what, they're just seeing it. I'm just gonna, it doesn't matter. So they're gonna make us discard that anyways.
Yeah, you may as well just play it.
Okay. Which is unlucky. That's true. God, this thing has 2 cracked skulls on it. That's crazy.
That poor bunny.
I know. It never.
Also, isn't it like a spirit or something? How does it have a cracked skull?
We have our friendly ghost. It's gonna get countered. Oh, maybe not. Okay. All right. Cool. We will just sit here, and they can lock and unlock a room, so they can redo this card draw. They can lock it.
That's
and then
crazy.
Lock it back up or unlock it. Isn't
that a
crazy?
rare? That's a rare.
It is. It is a rare. Yes. But it costs them nothing, so I guess why not play it? Yep, that's totally fair. We we block and trade here, I think might be, because we're just trying to survive at this point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we'll just make an attempt to trade. And it sucks because no matter what we have, they have the fear of imposters.
Yeah, which in this exact situation, when you're top decking, is just like lights out.
Yeah. This is getting countered, but they have to counter something at some... Oh, maybe not.
Wow, no respect for the clammy prowler.
I know. This horrible enchanting creature. They don't know what this is. When this causes them to go, they're going to be upset.
The fact that they get to do this every turn with Marina is crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit unfortunate. We're taking 4 because that has Menace. I have no way to do anything about that. R.I.P., but it will be fun to have something countered here, I guess. If it's the fucking...
It's okay. We're just gonna wait for it. We're gonna manifest into one of the things we can manifest. Just wait. Damn it!
We're not dead yet. Okay.
Technically, emerge from the cocoon met the mana stipulation. It's just not a creature.
It's just not a creature. Okay. Yeah, so we could have done that, I guess, if the game mechanic allowed that. But still, God, that's so good.
That's insane. They've done that 4 times, uncontested.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Listen, we just need them to mill out, okay? We just need them to get so excited about drawing cards that they just forget that they only have 8 left, and we are so gassed. We're so fine.
I will say they are definitely doing a good job of recreating the Yu-Gi-Oh experience with this.
Really? You're just sad all the time? Because I feel sad right now. Is that the...
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that the vibe? Because I'm like really up...
When your opponent gets to do what they want to do and you don't get to do what you want to do, yeah, that's how it feels.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel very sad right now. So
yeah,
I think this might be our best blocks. I mean, it's not great, but it's...
I mean, we're dead. We're just
dead,
like, this is so hopeless.
Regardless, but...
We're literally top decking, and they are drawing 5 cards a turn. It is so over.
Are you okay being this sad all the time? Because... You're just...
it's like an abusive relationship. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it.
You're like, this is just it. Oh, go ahead and discard a draw. Yep. 4
good.
skulls.
Good.
In their deck. Oh, look, a friendly ghost.
They were really in on Cracked Skull. Like, I guess in the instance where if you live the dream and draw like half your deck on turn 1, you start them on nothing. That's
pretty much.
That's very Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pretty much. We're just gonna take all of that. They had 4 cards left. They drew their entire deck because of that room draw card.
If only they like accidentally milled themselves because they weren't keeping track.
That's what I was hoping for. That's why I never
see, look,
scooped.
your chat understands. Chat understands about Yu-Gi-Oh how it feels. They get it.
They're really so true. It really is. The Stockholm syndrome. You're just too. What's it? Sunken cost fallacy. You're too into it at this point. You just
We're too invested at this point.
Yeah.
We're too invested at this point.
Well, 2-3. It was a good deck in premise. I got to play with my Overlord, which is all I really cared about. And you got to play Magic Yu-Gi-Oh, which I didn't think was ever gonna happen. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it was fun. It's cool to see like Magic through like the Yu-Gi-Oh lens and what it would look like.
Yeah,
as best we could, replicate it, I suppose.
Would you ever want to do a regular draft at some point?
Yeah, I think that would be interesting to like flex different muscles because this kind of felt like I was right at home in a lot of ways, but I feel like it would be way more horrible and I'd be like on par with like Raren trying to draft something. So
we'll try that someday. We'll try that someday then. Thank you for joining.